Da-na-na-na. 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 I couldn't assist on that one. I can't snap my fingers. I can whistle, but I can't snap my fingers. Anyway, welcome to a brand new, early spooky episode of the Channel Chasers podcast. We are slowly creeping our way into fall, and what better show to do it with than tonight's topic, Wednesday Season 2. So, of course, as always, I am your host, Jay, and joining me are my two friends, Brian and Tony. How you doing tonight, fellas?
Doing good.
Doing all right.
All right. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting one because Brian and I covered the first season prior in one of the previous seasons, right? I feel like it's in the archive somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you guys are wondering about, we keep referencing the archive. Technically, like, the new season hasn't been updated because we used to, at least I used to update our RSS feed through like the Spotify for podcast thing, but then we, for personal reasons, decided to stop using Spotify because we disagree with some of their policies. So because of that,
we don't know how to do it without going through Spotify.
Yeah, to update on the Apple side. So unfortunately, that's why episodes have not been updating on the audio end. In terms of that, we apologize.
The last one is Brave New World.
Yep, but most of our audience most of our stable audience is on YouTube, and we do appreciate all you YouTube people. You guys have been showing us a good amount of love for a lot of our stuff. Although, come on, you guys, watch the revival episode
And watch the revival show.
Yeah, more importantly, watch the revival show. We want a season 2, damn it. That is more important. We don't care about our views. We care about the show's views.
Yeah, and if you liked what we talked about when it came to that particular review of the show and it got you interested, please give that show some love because it deserves it.
And also, as comic fans and as a fan of that comic, and somebody who is always a booster of indie comics as well, if you like the show, read the source material. It's really good. The entire series is out in trade and very affordable.
Also, I just Googled it and looked it up. Season 2, episode 5.
Okay, so
Is our Wednesday discussion. It was the last one of 2022.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a few years old. But yeah, so Tony had to do a little catch up. He basically binged the whole thing. So we'll get his perspective when we get to the main discussion. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, so Wednesday is our topic of discussion. And if you guys have been listening to the podcast for a while, in the first half drop, I complained about the cliffhanger. And I still have some words that I want to get off my chest now that we're on the official episode. But before
that was a hell of a cliffhanger.
You're right. You see that, right? Now you understand why I was so pissed.
Yeah, I was marathoning it, and I had to go to bed after that. So I was like, "What the shit?"
But can you imagine? Yeah, you had to go to bed. But can you imagine having that and being like, "All right, what? I have to wait how long? You monsters!"
Yeah, and from that perspective, I totally get it. But my perspective on it, I was waiting until the other half actually dropped, and I was like, "Come on,
yeah,
bro."
See, but even with that short wait, it was annoying. Imagine the extended wait and the fact that I was a fan of the first season, so I've already been waiting on this in the first place for over a year or so.
Yeah. Also adding on the fact that you're quite impatient when it comes to things you love, Jay.
I am very impatient when it comes to things I love. I've literally been impatient since birth. The whole reason I am physically disabled is because I decided to pop out of my mom first. The doctors legit said if I had waited 5 minutes, my nervous system would have probably been fully more properly formed, and I would have been able to be fully physically able. So my bad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and also birth can be just complicated in general.
Yeah, but yeah. But yeah,
one of the most segments in our podcast. Let's just jump right into the news. Brian, take it away.
All right.
Okay, so by this time you've probably already heard it. This is one of those stories where it's big, and
we got to talk about it.
One of my, at least one of my co-hosts is probably going to go on a whole thing about it. But James Gunn officially announced that yes, they are doing a sequel to Superman, and it will be called Man of Tomorrow. But before you go off on this, I do want to point out something that is interesting that has caught people's eye. is when he posted it, the announcement, he posted it with an image of Clark and Lex standing next to each other.
Yep.
Lex
with
in
Lex
the
in the power suit. Yep, I saw that.
But he wasn't the only one who posted.
Of course, Sweat and Holt also posted similar,
Yep.
from different perspectives.
I did see that.
Different images.
Yeah, it's similar images, but they're from different
Yeah,
perspectives from the character.
yeah. One's from Lex's perspective,
Yeah.
and one is from Clark's perspective. Yep.
One is more buddy, and one is
More rival,
like a fighting
rival
pose.
tension. Yeah.
One is actually legit fighting pose, like they're punching each other.
The way I saw it was, one is how Clark sees Lex and him, and the other is how Lex sees Clark and him.
And
Also,
Gunn's perspective is the characters that are just the toys in the toy box.
Yeah.
Yep, you've clearly seen that video.
Oh yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
You've talked about that. I think you've talked about that creator before. Nakai something.
Actually, it's Sammy J, I believe.
I was
he's a-
referencing the guy that really likes Gambit. He also did a similar thing.
Ah, gotcha. But yeah, no, it's exciting. The interesting thing is, right? I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of funny that they're using Man of Tomorrow for the Superman title when they changed Supergirl's. So I'm like, okay, so is that why they had to change Supergirl's one? Because they didn't want to do back to back? Because Supergirl's was originally going to be titled after the graphic novel that it's going to be heavily based off of, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So like, I wonder if that's why they just dropped the Woman of Tomorrow and kept it to just Supergirl for that one.
As of right now, it seems like the official title is just Man of Tomorrow, but people are expecting that they're going to rename it to Superman Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, because you know, your casuals aren't gonna know what this movie is if you just say Man of Tomorrow. Right? Comic fans know, but like the casuals are like, okay, what the fuck is DC Man of Tomorrow? What is that like? Is that a time traveling motherfucker that I saw in the cartoons? Like, you know, because
Or is this a Mr. Terrific thing?
because he's all futuristic and has the technology and stuff. Yeah. So like,
Which, by the way, beyond Corn, Sweat, and Hulk, we don't really know who's returning, except for one person.
I mean, we definitely know that Rachel Brosnahan is returning, because like, you can't have super.
Probably, but one person that was a bit of a surprise confirmed that they're back.
Okay.
Isabella Mercedes,
Is that Tessmacher?
Hawk Girl.
Hawk Girl, interesting. Okay, nice.
So the Justice Gang is going to be around again, I think.
At least to a limited capacity. That makes sense.
And Gunn did, in an interview, previously state that there is going to be consequences for what she did. I'll just say that.
I mean, yeah, she did. I mean, it's still a political official at the end of the day. Like,
And also, Brian, I will add that yes, I also saw that video you mentioned too. That's probably where I heard it as well. But since I watched those two creators relatively at the same when it comes to information, that's why my brain can get scrambled.
but yeah, the interesting thing is, it reminded me of like you know, when we were initially hearing about Superman, like, you know, in the development stages, and they initially called it Superman Legacy. I wonder if they're gonna keep this one, but they're gonna probably add a subtitle for the sequel just so that they don't confuse people, because you know, there is, you know, because the original Reeves trilogy was just numbered except for Superman 4, which, you know, is the worst one. That's the only one with a subtitle. Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, which
And also an animated called Superman Man of Tomorrow.
yeah, which was the beginning of quote unquote the Tomorrowverse, which you know, Darren Kress got to play Superman and it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I
Which,
relatively recently, when it came to other like DC animated properties, you know, who voiced Injustice Superman in the Injustice animated film?
Who?
C.W. Green Arrow.
Stephen Amell was Clark? The hell?
yeah, that is...
He wasn't Ollie? But Ollie...
No.
Huh?
Clark.
That's so weird.
weird.
I know, but
That-
back on topic.
Which, by the way, just as a side note, in case you didn't hear, you'll be really happy to know, Jay.
Okay, I don't know.
Injustice 3 confirmed.
Yeah! I heard a rumor, but I didn't know if it was official. I'd heard rumors weeks ago, but I did not know if it was official. Let's fucking go!
I thought you didn't like Injustice.
I don't like Injustice the story. I like Injustice the game. As a fighting game, Injustice is fire. As a DC story, it's kind of ass.
Yes, it is. I mean,
Like, I'm talking about it's the speaking. You know
I get
me.
ya.
I would say, you know me, Brian. Fighting games are my bread bread and butter. So
Yeah,
so
but,
like from a
whatchamacallit,
fighting game perspective, I'm hyped.
Yeah, because story, I know it really irked because, like, I think character who is in at least Jay and Mai's like top 3 comic book characters of all time got killed off screen
Yep. And you know what?
by his protege.
No, you know what makes it worse? You know what makes it worse? He bumped his head on a rock.
Yep.
So fucking stupid.
Then I highly suggest you don't watch the animated.
Oh, I've
film.
watched the animated film.
Oh, he's watched it.
I've watched it. Look, because like I mean, it honestly it does a better job than the game in some aspects.
They took out the Flash like 8 minutes in.
They
which
did,
is
yeah,
insane.
which is crazy because Flash plays a very pivotal part in the game story itself. My main issue, besides the death of Nightwing, is that Injustice is objectively the worst characterization of Wonder Woman I have ever seen in my life.
But
Like she was
Yes.
out, she was just like apparently just waiting for Superman to start killing people, and then she's like, all right, now I can fuck him. Lois is gone,
But,
now I can fuck him. And it's just like,
also,
all right.
all of this started because Wonder Woman being horny for Aquaman.
No, that's Flashpoint. All of this started because Joker.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because Joker
That's
murdered
right.
Lois and
I got
Clark's
my
unborn
years
child.
mixed up.
Yeah,
I got my years
you-
mixed up, but
You mixed up your dystopian universes
Yeah.
there, Brian.
What?
It happens.
Now, to be fair, the
back to-
Flashpoint costumes were big DLCs for the first game.
yeah. But back to Man of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are thinking, is this going to be a Lex Clark team up?
Nah, probably
And
not.
if so, who's going to be big enough
Oh,
for
that's
them to?
oh, I already know. It's easy. Who always fucks with both Lex and Superman? Who in the cartoon was fused with Lex's tummy?
And who
Yeah.
in one universe was a figure in the conflict between Lex and Clark?
And also, let's not forget, in several iterations, this character is also like the AI for Krypton itself. More notably, the animated version.
Yeah.
It's got to be Brainiac. There's no
Yeah.
ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's gonna be Brainiac.
And also,
Because they're not gonna do
as a
Zod
point-
for Superman 2 because like that's too expected.
Well, also,
also-
we just had Zod in Flashpoint.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, sort of.
Okay, so the best way we can just describe this, we had a Zod in the DCEU. It is probably the best course of action is not go with Zod with the DCU so soon.
Yeah.
But if they do,
And plus, I feel
If they
like
do.
they got to give it time for the Krypton stuff to unravel a little bit more. So I think they're gonna wait till
Yeah.
at least after Supergirl's movie, so we can get like a glimpse of what Krypton really looked like before we like get Zod. We'll probably get like teases at Zod in Supergirl's movie. I'm expecting.
yeah,
Yeah.
which
I agree with that.
I think they should get, and he deserves a second chance being a comic book villain. Christopher Eccleston.
I know Christopher Eccleston.
No.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, you talking about? Yeah, Doctor Who Christopher Eccleston, who played Malekith. Yeah, he'd be solid.
I would love that.
Personally,
actually.
my personal pick to go off for Brainiac, because he handles like the cold
Oh.
delivery so well. Michael Emerson.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. I was talking about Zod, but
Oh, I meant for Brainiac. Yeah, for Brainiac.
yeah, for Brainiac,
Mi-
you're gonna
yeah.
need somebody.
You got Michael Emerson. If James Spader didn't already do Ultron, I would have totally said James Spader as well.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, kind of like a madcap horse for me, because I think it'd be very interesting to see this actor not play to his type.
Okay.
See it work. I would love to see Matt Smith play Brainiac.
Ooh, a Matt Smith Brainiac could be really interesting.
Oh yeah.
A Matt
Think about it.
True.
Because Matt could be scary as fuck.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say this until recently, but if you want to talk about Doctor Who actors, another one that was close to Matt Smith that I think could also pull it off is Arthur Darvill.
Oh yeah, Rory. Yeah, Rory could do it.
Especially after watching him in Sandman.
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Also, side note, who was the voice of Brainiac in My Adventures? I just want to shout him out because he did really well.
He did amazing work.
I know it was a big
you-
name. I can't.
Yeah, it was.
I just can't. I'm blanking right now. But he did great.
Wasn't it Jeffrey Combs?
Was it Jeffrey? That sounds right, but I'm not sure. Don't quote us. We don't have time. We don't have time to Google. Or maybe Brian does have time to Google. I can stall if you want to Google.
Don't Tony is Googling.
Okay,
and
Tony.
Tony is ass as fuck.
Okay, Tony, what does Google say?
Well, Google is telling me that, 1 second, gonna have...
No problem. Take your time. But also, while Tony's looking that up, while we're it was Michael Emerson. Oh, okay. Michael Emerson already did Brainiac, and he did
Yeah.
well. Never mind. Forget my suggestion. But I do want to shout out the Krypton Brainiac, because Krypton Brainiac not only looked amazing, but was phenomenal as a bad guy.
Oh, I just had a thought.
Okay.
What
Okay.
is his name? What is his name? Because James Gunn has stated that he's not, unlike other people, he's not against casting TV actors.
Okay.
Might be a little stereotype casting, but his name is Matthew Gray Gubler. Reed from Criminal Minds.
Oh, see, I haven't seen much of Criminal Minds, but I'm familiar with the character. Interesting. I'd be down. Now, I hope. See, the other reason I want Brainiac as a bad guy because it could also open the door for the Legion of Superheroes.
And we can have...
Because Brainiac 5, yeah, exactly. Everybody loves Brainy, and Brainy is a classic love interest for Supergirl as well. So
Yeah, but which by the way, we need to bring this little gem up. This leads into one last thing I'm going to say about this news story.
Okay.
Is James Gunn did say that he was not sure if he wanted to bring in the Legion or not to the DCU. But then again, he also said that the secret project that he was working on was not a sequel.
and he lied. So we don't take that man at 100% until it's an official press statement.
Which also, by the way, that makes me think more is what if your theory is correct, Jay?
Oh.
About the message
Oh yeah.
from the parents.
I'm still with that. The message isn't real. It's been a hoax the whole time.
Even though they're still just spouting...
I think Gunn is just doubling down so people don't get it. Because again, go back to our Superman episode to hear my full theory about it. But long story short, there's no way that Kara would be the way she is if that was how the L family viewed Earth, right? Sure, she's out here getting drunk and partying, but she's not getting consorts and fucking everywhere.
But I feel that. But I will also
I
say
would
that
volunteer
have
as
watched-
tribute. Just saying, if she is taking applications, I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah. But I will say that after watching a few videos, I can understand where the people come from that say that it being real helps.
Oh
with
no,
the movie
it
and all that.
definitely emphasizes the message that it doesn't matter and blah 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 blah. But also, I'm not. I don't see. Here's the thing. I think it's gonna be an in between ground. I think Krypton. I think maybe the general sentiment of Krypton might be that, right? But the House of L in particular was nah. You know what I mean? Going back to the Zod thing real quick. I think Zod would have that type of view, and maybe Krypton's more militaristic classes. Sure, and maybe maybe they are the dominant class on Krypton, and maybe that's the prevailing kind of vibe, right? Maybe they are Viltrumite, but I think Clark's family is the outliers here.
Which,
And maybe not the entirety of the message that
Yeah.
it says, but then towards the end of the message, you'd be
But we don't want you to do that. We want you to find your own family, blah blah blah. You do this whole thing, you know what I mean? Something like that.
yeah.
I could see that, especially the fact that he got Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, you would.
But-
I mean, to be fair, Bradley Cooper has played some really good dickhead fathers, and just dickheads in
And
general.
also, to be fair, look at the Superbots.
Yeah.
Those were all big people that didn't get a big role.
Exactly.
One of them.
Yeah,
one of them
Mantis.
I
Yeah,
recently found out.
Mantis was the new girl bot,
14.
right? Yeah, she was the new girl bot.
Yeah.
And then
But,
Tudyk was
one of
Gary.
yep. And one of the ones that we only heard a little bit from, never was given the spotlight, was Michael Emerson.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. He definitely can't be Brainiac unless they do the whole Brainiac is the super AI of Krypton kind of thing.
Well, not Michael Emerson. Michael, what's his name? From the Suicide Squad,
Oh,
What's it?
Oh shoot. I know who you're talking about, but I'm blanking on the name.
Walking Dead.
Oh, the gentleman who played Yondu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that Michael Rourke, or Rooker. I think it's Rooker.
Michael Rooker.
Yeah, it's Rooker. I was like, it's not Rourke. That's Mickey Rourke. I was thinking of Mickey Rourke, but it's
We
Michael
got there
Rooker.
eventually.
Yeah, it just took a little time
He
to
was
process.
one of the bots.
Oh, that's cool.
Which also, he's also in Peacemaker Season 2.
Nice. I've only seen the first episode, which I finally get to talk about. But which will actually is a good transition into our next segment, which is of course Screen Time. Screen Time is the segment of the podcast where the guys and I all talk about the various pieces of media we have consumed in between podcast episodes. That could be video games, TV shows we don't have time to cover or may cover later, movies we don't have time to cover or may cover later, comics, music, anything in between. So for me, it's pretty short. One, the shout out on the music side, I listened to Sabrina Carpenter's Man's Best Friend album, and surprise, surprise, I really enjoyed it. It's definitely smut pop, which is my favorite kind of subgenre of pop. And for those of you who don't know, smut pop is a term that I use for like the raunchy, sexier pop that Madonna and Britney popularized. But Ariana Grande is really big in that lane. And this is definitely Sabrina kind of getting in that bag, but more so like the way I describe it to people, and this is only going to make sense to weeb. If you don't speak weeb, this is going to sound gibberish. This album is what I would classify, if I'm going to go even further subgenre, this is yandere smut pop.
Oh God.
Because it's definitely giving yandere vibe.
Well, there is even a...
I mean, you guys all probably have already seen the controversy with the cover with, her like with a collar on all fours.
Yeah, and the hair pull.
The hair pull, yeah.
But there was also, she also recently did a music video, I don't know to which song, but at the end of it, the love interest, who we thought died earlier, shows up, and there's a little sketch where she's like, sorry buddy, I thought you were dead, you gotta die. There has to be at least one death in each one of these. It's like, what are you talking about? And she throws her stiletto at him, and it's like, gotta give the people what they want.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I don't have any particular highlights. They're all really good songs. Obviously, Man-Child is the big single that everybody loves. I don't think it's ever gonna get on the level of like an Espresso where you can't escape the song, but it's very good. Solid album from Sabrina. Continuing to do her thing. Now I want to talk about I'll quickly address Peacemaker. I've only seen the first episode so far. Really like it. I don't know why people are complaining about the orgy scene. There's a much deeper meaning to it. It's not just ass and titty. He's like, self-medicating with sex. People do that all the time. He's really depressed. If you didn't watch season 1, you should know Chris is a very, very depressed individual, and this is how he's trying to cope with it. So, pay attention is all I'm saying. And also, come on, y'all. This is HBO, home of Game of Thrones, Oz, The Sopranos. You should know that if it's an HBO show, there's gonna be titty, ass, and full frontal.
Game of Thrones did it so much that it coined a new term.
Yeah, sexposition is it's a whole thing. So stop being prudes. Stop being prudes. I see the boys one I understand. Hero-gasm was ridiculous, and some of the stuff in The Boys is ridiculous. That's my thing. If you're gonna clutch your pearls over that, watch an episode of a more recent season of The Boys, and then chill the fuck out.
Which the funny thing is about the Hero-gasm, you talk to the actors, and the actors say that that's the toned down version, which even that is a toned down version of the
comics. Yeah, exactly. So long story short, stop being prudes, shut the fuck up, stop crying. So far the season's good. I haven't caught up. I haven't been watching a lot of my usual TV that I catch up on lately, and that is because I have gone even further down the Uma rabbit hole. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I told y'all, I made a promise, and I did it. I dragged him down with me. That's right. I have achieved my vengeance.
Damn hard girls have pretty much taken control of me.
I have achieved my vengeance, y'all. If you don't know the full lore, many years ago, Tony took advantage of my deep love of the Fate franchise and was like, hey buddy, there's a gacha game. It's got Fate characters in it. It's real cool. And I'm like, I don't know, Tony. It seems okay, but I don't know, man. And then I saw 2 Rins in it. And I was like, all right, shut up and take my money. Many years and many Mapo Tofus later, I escaped escaped that hell, but then discovered a new one. A hell populated by horse girls.
Yes, damn horse girl.
And I have infected Tony with this brain rot. I've also slightly infected Brian with this brain rot because I also got Brian to watch over Labor Day weekend, over this past Labor Day weekend, at least like the first 5 episodes of Uma Musume Pretty Derby season 2, which is objectively peak Uma in terms of the actual season Uma anime stuff, at least in my opinion, as a Tales fan. If you happen to be also infected with the Uma virus, tell us your Uma Oshi in the comments. Curious, I will judge you.
And also, if you're already in the comments, like, subscribe, please.
Yeah, we'd love the engagement. You know, we do appreciate even just the silent support of just watching and listening to us yap. But yeah, definitely engage. But yeah, that's what's taking up most of my time is just Uma's, all the Uma brain rot, the memes, the shorts. Shout out to fucking Larry VT, who's like turned me into a fucking racehorse historian with all the vast amounts of lore that I have absorbed within the past few weeks.
Like,
Yeah.
to the point where after we did like our 4 episodes, I was like, okay, so one more thing. This really cool character that I like that hasn't really shown up yet. Here's their story in real life.
Oh
And then-
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I hit Brian with a Sag bomb. Because like we didn't get to the point where Rice Shower got introduced in season 2. Because I was like, oh Brian, I think you'll really love Rice Shower. She's totally a you character. I gotta show you the real life story though. It's super sad. It's like, okay, I guess. And I showed him the video, and you know, if you know Rice Shower's story, you know, very very heartbreaking. But it is not heartbreaking in Uma Musume because, you know, thankfully, because in this world the horses have been reincarnated, they're not gonna die a second time. It has been confirmed by the game developers / writers of the anime that these Umas basically like live like elves. You know, they age very very slowly, which is why they can run for much longer periods of time. Because, you know, the average horse's race career is only about 4 years.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, they can run a lot they run a lot longer in this new world they've been reincarnated into. And it is confirmed that they are the reincarnations of the real life racehorses. So, you know, that is the whole thing. The lore is deep and vast, ladies and gentlemen. Like, honestly, the segment for the next, like, maybe year or so is going to be just random Uma tangents mixed in with the other stuff that I've been consuming in between podcast episodes. I have not caught up on Alien Earth or Don to Don or Dress Up Darling, anything like that, but I've heard good things. Oh, and I have officially caught up on my comics. Comic Chaser will be back now that I've, like, gone through my big piles. Since I didn't really get to do full episodes, I'll just do some quick hits. I think the Imperial event is amazing. Marvel Cosmic is back. We actually have a successful return of the Inhumans, which I didn't think I would be happy about because Marvel kind of soured me on them because they tried to shove them down my throat for like 5 years. But, you know, I am happy to see the Inhumans back. So that's cool. And all those tie-ins are really interesting. Also, I read the first issue of the new Batman run, which is by Matt Fraction with art by Jorge Jimenez, and it's awesome. It looks really cool. I'm excited. I love the new suit, and I like the direction Fraction seems to be going in. I'm definitely looking forward to more.
Did you read the Batman like Super Sentai?
Oh yeah, the Immortal Batman. Yeah, it's really interesting. I didn't I almost missed it because I didn't put it on our pull list, but luckily it was on the shelf at the comic shop. But it's really cool. So basically, right, to like hyper condense it, in this universe, like Batman, Robin, and Nightwing are all individual mantles that are passed down, and essentially, like, you know, it kind of like is a cycle. Like a Batman trains a Robin, the Robin eventually becomes a Nightwing, and the Nightwing becomes a Batman. And Bruce Wayne in this universe is the latest Batman. He just happens to be the best one because, of course. So the main 3 characters are Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson, and Damian Wayne. And you know, it's just Batman doing Toku stuff with like Toku versions of, you know, famous Bat villains. We see Mayor Harvey Dent in this first issue, and a couple other like Tokusatsu-ized versions of classic Bat rogues. I'm not gonna go into full detail. It's very cool. The aesthetic is dope. I love all the designs. It's drawn by fucking Dan Mora, so like it looks immaculate.
I saw a video about it, and basically the story of the world is humanity does its fuck shit, and because of it, the world needs like constant protectors. And
because essentially, like, humanity is like, you know, their manifest destiny was on steroids in this universe, and they're like, they made like warp gate and shit, and so they're like exploring into space and opening these portals to try and, like, you know, travel further. Has opened portals portals to other dimensions and galaxies, so monsters have been invading Earth, and so they create like Toku heroes to fight against these monsters.
And from what I've heard, the previous like people that held the mantle before our current group are Tim Drake for Robin, Stephanie Brown for Nightwing, and the Batman one is apparently a mystery, but people think it's either Alfred or Raj.
It was probably Alfred. Yeah, Alfred or Raish are the speculated one, because like they both look old. Also, I'm hoping that in this new Batman run, Alfred just gets brought back to life. Like in the first in the first issue, he's talking to this hologram Alfred Siri kind of thing, and I'm just like, damn it! I thought Alfred was back, and it's just like, oh, it's a fucking hologram. God damn it. But please bring back Alfred. It's almost been 10 years at this point. Bring this man back. But yeah.
And why not, like, DC, please, explain this to me. What is the point of keeping him dead?
Also, DC's been doing a really great job of hyping the new event. I am really excited for DC KOs. It's essentially Mortal Kombat in the DC universe. They've already put out images of the brackets, and I'm super hyped. The comic power scaler bros are gonna be eating when this event comes out.
Oh yeah. But you were talking about like people coming back from the dead and all that. While you were away, Jay, we did get answers about the quote unquote real Gwen Stacy, the real Gwenpool.
Oh yeah, I did. I didn't read the Gwenpool miniseries, so like what went down with that?
It's another fucking clone.
Of course it is. I mean, no surprise there.
But this clone, due to series of events, now has inherited the original Gwenpool's powers, and is being spirit guided by her.
Oh, her like fourth wall breaky shit. Okay, like her
all of her superpowers.
Yeah, her ability to like retcon, and yeah, she literally has the power to retcon. She's like a underpowered comedic version of Superboy Prime, which by the way has made his return recently
as well.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, Superboy Prime came back. He's also wearing Connor's fit, which actually looks really good on him, like 90s Connor's fit.
Well, he initially came back in Dark Knight Death Metal.
Yeah, but like
we got a final conclusion for.
Yeah. But like he's back and a good guy again, or kind of a good guy. He did like a double cross, but it might be like a triple cross. We don't know. I don't actually read mainline Superman. I just watched a video about it.
And apparently he punched a hole in reality again.
Apparently that's just the thing he does. Like he can control the level of retcon that he does with his retcon punch. So like he's basically like a Franklin Richards type character where he can like basically manipulate reality as he sees fit.
I mean, it makes sense because he was an incarnation of a Silver Superboy,
which is one of my favorite lines that they highlighted in the video. Was like he actually has like a conversation with Clark. He's like, "Come on, man, get Silver Age with me. Let's do some silly stuff." I'm just like, "Oh, that's cool." But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. My life has been all Uma and like occasional like comic stuff. I'll pass it on to Brian. What you got for us, Brian? What do you want to highlight?
Keeping the transition, it's not a lot, but I did watch a little bit more Peacemaker before I started watching Wednesday.
Nice.
And I ended on the I'll just say without spoiling, the police station scene. Which fuck. Also, that one actor, he can never just play a normal guy.
No.
The partner, because in for those that don't know, including Tony, he also, Jay and I know him more specifically for Riverdale, where he was Betty's father, who, spoiler alert, was revealed to be the Creekside Strangler.
No, it was the Black Hood. The Black Hood. He was the Black Hood.
Oh, the Black Hood. But he would strangle people.
He did. No, strangling was his MO. He and the whole reason Betty was able to figure it out, because for some reason this dumbass wore a mask, but like it was a ski mask with eye holes, so Betty could see his eyes and was like, "Oh, it's my dad." Oh, fuck.
Also, apparently in this world, Riverdale decided to go with I think it's been debunked.
The serial killer gene, the whole
serial killer gene.
And so that was a whole that was a whole plot line. But yeah, that guy always plays a weirdo in whatever he's in.
Yeah, no matter what. And
I mean, good for him. He does a good job.
I thought for once he'd be the straight man, but no.
Is there really a straight man in Peacemaker? I guess Adebayo.
No. Yeah, I just meant like within like the police world and all that, he'd be be the one normal person, but nope.
Nah.
But anyway, so that's cool and interesting to see. I'm slowly catching up on Peacemaker. Hopefully in time for us to cover season 2 when it ends.
For sure.
And then also continuing I've been continuing to listen to the Mighty Nine on the podcast form, which is very interesting to do it because it's one of those weird things that is trapped up in like rights issues.
Oh, really? How
Because
so?
for those that don't know, Critical Role started off as part of Geek and Sundry.
Oh, yeah.
The Felicia Day created company that she has now since left as well. So when Critical Role Campaign 2 started, it started on Geek and Sundry. But starting with episode 20 is when they went to their own, like website and started making their own company. I believe the name of their company is Metapigeon, which is an inside joke that was created on in Campaign 2, where it's like somebody trying to inform a character about something that they should know, but their character's not there. So they started going, cool, this thing, like pretending to be a pigeon.
Yeah.
And that's where they got Metapigeon from. But anyway, so if you want to listen to the first 19 episodes or watch them on YouTube, you have to go through Geek and Sundry. Even on Critical Role's like their own like app, like Dropout, you can't listen to the first 19 episodes there.
Interesting.
Because Geek and Sundry is still holding on to the first 19.
Gotcha.
Which kind of understandable because Critical Role is such a big
Oh,
thing.
yeah, it's
they
huge.
don't want to give that money up. But still, it's kind of weird for the rewatch and re-listen. But story-wise, oh my god, this is going to be interesting to see when it starts, when it gets animated, because when they start off, several of them are just straight up assholes.
Nice.
I mean, this was a party made up of a group of individuals that are just kind of more broken people than Vox Machina were.
It definitely
yeah.
gives more Guardians of the Galaxy vibe than Vox
yeah.
Machina is more like Justice League.
And there are several characters that the actors, it's like the voice actors have come out and said that they were very close to just straight up like playing a character and leaving the group entirely and rolling a new character because that's just how their character felt in the moment.
Huh.
Like they said that they were very close. One of them even admitted, without going into spoilers, that it was just a crush that kept him.
Oh, but yeah. So speaking of like tabletop stuff, Brian, do you want to regale Tony and the rest of the audience with our first adventure?
Oh yeah. So I finally joined Jay at the virtual table hosted by Momo.
Yeah, shout out to Momo.
Where what?
I said shout out to Momo.
Yep, indeed. Shout out to Momo. To play Draw Steel, which was really fun and really good, cool. I will say that kind of following a bit of my like luck, I picked the class that was the most complicated.
To be fair, you got a pretty good handle on it, and like your luck was cracked until everybody's luck hit the fan with their luck at the end.
Like my first ever roll was a crit.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Now, granted, it was a crit for like perceiving goblins, so it really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
But hey, we didn't get
still.
ambushed, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it.
Didn't get Goblin Slayered, so
Not this
yeah.
time. I actually was in pretty good shape. Yo, we cleared house. Like we kicked ass. Me and Brian
think
even
my
did an
guy-
elemental team up. We did like we fucked those things up. We both did
Yeah.
AoE attacks on the same group back to back.
I did thunder, he did fire.
Yep, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, but also my guy healed a lot.
Yeah, because one of our fellow players is like a damage sponge. So like a lot of his abilities trigger when he takes damage. So he was just out there soaking it up.
And at first he was like, it's okay, I can take it. I need this. Until he was like, oh crap, I'm like 8 points away from passing out. I need heals.
Yep.
And I'm like, I got you.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was fun.
My guy. It's kind of interesting because the way they do like culture and everything. I thought I'd play on it a bit. So my guy is a Dragon Knight, basically their version of Dragonborn. But he was raised by dwarves.
And also in this world, like Dragon Knights are are like benevolent, almost holy figures because they served the previous like good king.
Unless you're a certain sect of people who want them dead.
Yeah, which also is funny because like I kept making jokes because David's character is essentially our shout out to our buddy David who was on our K-pop Demon Hunters episode. Our boy David is playing this game's equivalent of a paladin, and so like David in character is talking shit about Brian's religion, and you know out of the game I'm just like, oh shit, I know my history. This is how the Crusades started. It's like, no,
Meanwhile,
my
Jay
God's
was
better
like-
than your God. My God has a bigger dick. It's just
Meanwhile,
like,
Jay's like, I'm not getting in the middle of this because
yeah,
to
keep your
divide people.
keep your fucking holy damage away from you, you heathens.
But
Oh no, the
Yes.
girl hunting.
Exactly.
yeah, that was fun.
I almost pulled a shut up, you're both pretty, but I was like, you know what? No. I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna let them fight more. I'm just gonna Ken Watanabe this.
well, that's also the thing is my poor guy. It was like mostly one-sided.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, all right.
yeah. Which I think was funnier because David just kept throwing insults and you just like kept letting it roll off your back. So it's just like, oh, this is funny. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Also, I'm glad that you're at the table. Not just because you're my friend and I miss playing games alongside you, but also you are also more of a role-play player. So like I don't have to be alone because you know
Oh, yeah.
you know me. Roleplay is my shit. So
Yeah.
like I lean into it. I do the voices. I do the I make distinct differences between like out of character and in character stuff. You know, roleplay is like the backbone of what I like to do when I hit a table. And you know everybody else, you
Yeah.
know, and no disrespect to them, it's fun. But you know they're more here for the action and like the actual like you know meat and potatoes like combat and intricacies of the system, which is still really cool because the system is fun and way easier to play than 5e, which is saying something because 5e is like you know baby's D&D.
Yeah.
But
Which, oh dear God, give me flashbacks of when I tried to create a character for Darth's 4E game.
yeah,
Where we were the wrestlers.
yeah, to give people to speak in D&D terms real quick, Draw Steel is like a streamlined, very much more easily explained 3.5. If you've ever played 3.5 before, Draw Steel has all the chunkiness of 3.5 mechanistically.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was 3.5. It wasn't 4.
Yeah.
The wrestle game for Darth.
Yep. Yeah, it was yeah. So it has all the chunkiness of a 3.5, but a majority of it is down to flavor, like in terms of like the small minutia, which is where 3.5 gets super tricky because 3.5. If you've ever played 3.5 before, it gets really a rules lawyery depending on who's running. But like they've eliminated that aspect in this, so it's very easy to run and very easy to play.
Yeah,
I
but
was
beyond.
back to you guys. And
Oh yeah, dude. The only reason I didn't extend the invitation is because this is a night game and you're at work by the time we start.
Like, it starts 6 your time?
Yeah, it starts at 6 your time, and you usually leave for work by 8. So like, you know, we'd be like in the middle of something, and this is a very combat focused game. So
Yeah, like,
you
our first-
leaving
my
in the
first
middle of
session-
combat would kind of suck for us.
Also, the sessions are a little bit longer because it is combat focused. Our first session was like 4 hours.
Yep.
And also, we aren't even done.
Yeah.
Like basically the way the session worked was woman pleading for help. We all decided to help her by going into a dungeon, and we fought 2 different groups of goblins, and that was it.
Yeah, we fought the group of goblins outside of the clearly haunted tomb, and then we entered said clearly haunted tomb to search for the little girl, and we had to get past the Indiana Jones trap, which we were all too stupid to figure out.
Like 30 goblins.
Yep.
And then an encounter with skeletons.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
the cliffhanger was that we wandered into the tomb, and then surprise, skeletons got animated, and it's just like, well, this is where we are now.
Yeah, but anyway, on top of all that, I did I've watched her stuff before, but it's been a while. I started watching again more stuff from Swell Entertainment.
Oh, nice.
Her stuff is always good.
Oh yeah, I watch her pretty frequently. I've seen her stuff on like the Prime drink and on some of the I like some of her like con experience videos. Like she did some on like some of the adult con stuff, like for the corn industry.
Yeah, well, she recently did like 2 two videos where it was like a shotgun of things. One was are all events scams now, where it goes into 3 separate events. One of them was an anime event that like started in Indonesia, but then they tried to bring it to the States. But part of the thing is because it started in Indonesia, all the people that work there are Indonesian, and they didn't really want to risk coming to the States in the current political climate.
Understandable.
Yeah, but instead of like dealing with it and like trying to hire like
American
local volunteers and stuff, they just tried to go on with what they had. Allegedly, all they had for workers there were 2 social media representatives who would allegedly delete all negative content that people were saying about the con and just try to highlight the like few rare good spots.
That's rough.
And then there was one where it was a video game convention where none of the talent showed up, and apparently it was because like the panels and it was because apparently their manager realized that this was probably a scam and didn't want to like
get associated with it.
show up.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, when you went to the con, the biggest thing they had there was a petting zoo featuring a camel for a video game convention.
That's at least kind of cool, but like no relevance whatsoever. Although I would still be upset because camels are assholes, notoriously.
Yeah, but apparently the guy who orchestrated it recently got out of prison for a Dominican prison for like drug trafficking,
Big oof.
allegedly.
Oh.
Yeah, so people were wondering about that. And then she did a video where it's like, have people lost their damn minds, where it's like a couple of the big like stories from conventions lately that have come out, like the one with if you heard about it, the situation with Zach Aguilar.
No, I don't think so.
Which, for those that don't know, Zach Aguilar is a big voice actor right now. I believe he voices Tanjiro.
Yep.
But he had a stalker come to a convention, and it caused a lot of like hubbub, and the woman who was the stalker, Tony, you'll get a quote-unquote kick out of this. Tried to blame it on her being autistic.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yep.
Soapbox time. No, let me have this. Pretty please.
No, I was letting you go.
Being on the spectrum doesn't protect you from being a fucking idiot.
You can't excuse mental illness with your autism, buddy.
It's weird. Hey, people on the spectrum already get it bad enough as it is. Expect this current regime's Minister of Health and Human Services, unless I talk about that individual, the better.
But
But yeah, another case that she talked about was for an adult romance convention.
What does that mean? What do you mean by adult romance convention? Like romance, like
adult romance novels.
Oh, okay, I was like, I was like, is it like one of those swingers conventions or like?
No,
because those exist. So I had to clarify.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, it was called Sinners and something.
Okay.
But apparently the convention, it's a new convention, like just started this year, but apparently everyone was on par, like all the presenters, all the staff.
Okay.
All did a great job. It was the con goers that caused the fuck shit.
Oh.
Because
They do.
As part of the convention, they decided that it would be a good idea to have a bunch of, I guess you could say, attractive male models.
Okay.
Oh God.
Like the male leads in some of the more popular series.
Okay.
Well,
those
said models then got swarmed by grown-ass women who were touching them and like doing things to them.
Oh, cosplay does not
cosplay
is not consent, people. The fuck.
Also, apparently, allegedly, from what I've heard, there was a like contest or something where the prize was a adult toy that starts with a D.
Okay. Okay, I mean, like given the theming of the con, that makes sense.
And the person who won it apparently like kept swinging it around everybody.
Why are you gonna swing your adult massager around, guys? Like, be mature.
And then, if that wasn't bad enough, in the middle of the hotel lobby where the con was being held. So
kids and families could be there because it's just general hotel lobby.
They decided to show their throat goat skills.
Oh no! Bro, what? There's a time and
Yes.
place, dog.
Yes.
These are grown-ass women.
Adult women.
Grown-ass women.
See, I'm kind of glad that this happened because now people can understand down bad exists on both sides of the gender spectrum.
Oh yeah. Indeed.
It's far worse when women reach certain age brackets.
Oh yeah,
But let's not forget
Like-
what made 50 Shades so popular.
fair enough.
Like, it was so bad that the con actually had to come out and apologize and change their rules. And part of the rules is they're no longer going to have the roaming models.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
you can't just go around groping people. That's just not cool.
Yeah, but anyway, she also did like other stuff. Like, she doesn't always do con stuff. She also does other stuff, like this recent controversy that came by where this woman who worked at Alta as a manager got fired. And the whole entire thing was, it came around, like the headline was that she was fired for filming at Alta, which apparently Alta, the makeup company, they encouraged their employees to film. But what they didn't like
Was that she was talking bad about the product?
No, she was filming like paperwork and where they keep the money.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
And also, apparently, after this controversy came out, Alta revealed that they weren't the ones that fired her. Because I buried the lead with this one, so does Swell when she covers the story. This wasn't just a normal Alta. This was an Alta in an airport.
of course.
So she was sharing sensitive information about how she got into the airport and like scanning her badge and stuff.
Okay, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
Extra
So it's
dumb.
And you're so stupid. Like, one of the things was to show that it was a slow day. She showed herself doing paperwork. And instead of doing, like the typical thing that we would expect.
yeah, where you redact or blur. Yeah.
Or you just see like the tips of the paper at the bottom of the screen. She like showed it fully to where you could pause the video and read what was on the paper.
That's insane. Just unprofessional. Completely unprofessional.
But yes, Swell is very good. Like, kind of journalistic, but with personality.
It's definitely more fun. Yeah. If you like stuff like Shoe on Head, she does very similar type of content to Shoe in like
Yeah.
that kind of style.
But so that's also why I hadn't been like seeing too much, because I watched her stuff as well.
All right, Tony, it's time for you to tell us about your time in Umahel.
Horses. I try to get them to run. I try to get their stats up. Some of them, Jay, Brian, audience, they drive me to the pits of insanity.
There are some moody little fillies, I tell you. I've heard horror stories about Rice Shower. I want to pull Rice Shower at some point, but I'm also scared because from what I've seen of Rice Shower, she is the moodiest of moody.
But at the end of the day, my gotcha look has far exceeded Jay's again.
Which is absolutely insane. He does this every time, I swear to God. Because, alright, chat. I'm gonna just get this off my chest real quick. Tokai Teo is one of my favorite Umas, right? I have her. The whole reason I started playing was because I saw the Anime Teo's banner was releasing, so I knew I'd get a bunch of free currency at the beginning, so I'd try to roll for her. So I got her, cool, and I was like, alright, bet, I can really ship her with McQueen. I want McQueen. I'm gonna try for McQueen. Tried, so far, no McQueen. This motherfucker, I'm just casually asking him. He's just started up his account. Like, all right, cool. Who do you have? And he mentioned. I'm like, you have McQueen? Son of a bitch. You've got Maruzinski? What the hell?
But luckily, because I looked into it, I didn't have this game's K-scope, so count your lucky star for that.
Okay, you don't actually have Kita-san Black. Okay, cool. I was about to be upset because he didn't tell me that he had Kita-san Black. He probably borrowed one from a friend because friends put those up a lot. Yeah.
No, it was just randos.
Yeah.
until-
Well, I say friend as in like the support list that pops up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But them randos,
Oh yeah.
they had some stuff.
So who are some of your favorite Umas so far in their beginning journeys as a trainer?
Air Groove has grown in my little heart of hearts. I love this horse. she is powerful, especially in her bridal form.
Yep. Which I gotta say, I find it hilarious as well that the first event that Tony joins in is the bride event, because if you don't know the lore for our gacha journeys, FGO in particular, the ongoing joke for our FGO friend group was that because Tony, if you guys have watched any of our anime videos and have seen like Tony's previous avatar of Umu in a box, his FGO waifu is Nero Claudius, aka Umu, and Nero Bride was like his prize target. And year after year, no Umu Bride.
She would cuck me every single time.
And then for the funsies, I would roll and she'd show up.
The internet, it'd just be sad. In that,
Just
the folding chair like Shinji from Evangelion.
Yep.
But then these horse girls, I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do, since I can get back the currency and I'm not gonna pay for nothing. I roll. Got air grooved to the point where she's become powerful. Like my first B grade horse. Like this Hans is powerful.
Nice.
And then I was able to do so again, but with Top Gun in her flower girl outfit.
Yep. You do. And let me make this clear to any fellow trainers in the chat. We do not marry Top Gun. Okay. Maya is baby. We don't do that. Stop it.
No.
Get some help.
Yeah. But also, I've grown to love Morizinski, which I even came up with the funniest nickname every time I try to play through a career with her.
Oh.
I call her Babinski.
Nice. Anytime I see a Morizinski, that one song starts playing in my head, the gas, gotta step on the gas. Because her whole thing is that she's a cyborg. Or not a cyborg, a sports car. Oh, the reason I said cyborg is because on my phone account, I recently pulled a Mihono bourbon, the cyborg.
I have raced against so many bourbons. It makes me want to drink bourbon.
Those rivals are tough, man. There are some horses that I love, but when I see them on the enemy side of career, it's just like, oh, you gotta die. Like McQueen. Whenever I face McQueen in a Teo career, it's just like, oh no, not McQueen. Ka-chow this, you bitch.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Like with when we used to play Snap.
Yeah.
It's like high evolutionary.
It's like that meme of the character when they're your enemy, character when they join your party.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
the most powerful horse to ever exist in this game, this lore,
this world,
and even real life. This enigma of a horse has not only captured the world, but also captured my mind.
And heart. She is also number one in our hearts.
Yes, very much so. It is Goldship or Goldshi.
Gold Ship, everybody's favorite horse. Like if you've seen any of the viral clips of like normies playing Uma Musume, the horse that everybody loves is Gold Ship for a good reason.
VTubers, even Tokusatsu reviewers, shout out to Zio Akito,
and also like fucking like I said, normie streamers like fucking Ludwig is a huge Goldship fan now. If you saw Ludwig stream of him playing Uma Musume.
And what about our over at the Chaldea Gurus? Because I know them.
Yep. The homies at Chaldea Gacha Gurus, they've rebranded now. They're big Goldshi fans as well. Everybody, you can't not love Goldshi. Goldshi's just great. She just has so much personality. She is chaos personified or horsonified.
Mm-hmm.
Like both, and like the thing is, the real life counterpart, he is just as chaotic.
And he doesn't even.
I will say, just as like a little teaser to things to come, the way that you're describing him also could be used to describe Jester from Mighty Nine.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely.
The blue tiefling who talked about her mom's handcuffs.
Oh, cool. Also, one thing that I want to share, just ending on a wholesome Uma fact. One of the cutest things that I learned. We were talking about Maya earlier, or Miyano Top Gun. One of the cutest things that I learned recently is that Miyano Top Gun's son. I forget the horse horse's name, actually walks around with a Uma Musume Miyano Top Gun figure in his saddlebag.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking
nice.
cute.
Another fact that I've learned recently, thanks to our boy Larry, Ofefre in Dream Journey's former jockey got to visit them one day.
Yeah, he was terrified of his life from Dream Journey. He looked like he looked like he was in a hostage situation trying to pet that horse.
Oh, absolutely. He's like, oh dear God, this horse tried to murder me. But Ofefre was like, oh, I know this guy.
He's like,
Let me
oh,
sit-
you're cool. I like you. You were one of the ones that wasn't that I actually thought was cool.
Stick my tongue out, and bro was just grabbing the
Yeah,
horse's tongue.
just playing with the tongue. It was a little weird, but it's also cute. But man, like,
They are part of Stagel clan.
oh yeah.
These freaky horses.
But yeah, man. Also the thing with Uma Musume, all the music slaps.
Yes,
because
but
you know.
some of my favorite are the meme songs.
Oh yeah.
I don't even care.
Oh yeah, the meme songs are the best. But one of my favorite is the one that I share to everybody is the horse tube clip of Mayano Top Gun and Golshi singing Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins, doing their best English. It's great.
It is so funny. Because you would expect it out of those two.
And there's this I watched this one video that was talking about Narita Bryan and the one
I have
and
I
like
love Rita Bryan.
and one of the funniest things is like, you know, like, you know, because it's one of those videos that's like a mix of real life lore but also like memes and jokes about the horse, like, you know, they'll throw jokes into. And one of the things is, I can't believe that this badass undefeated Triple Crown winner's horse, she's a badass Triple Crown winner, unstoppable monster of a horse, and yet in this game her main rival is an autistic child that thinks that she's a fighter jet. Obviously referring to Top Gun, because Top Gun's whole thing is she goes meow with the airplane wing. You can't. That is 100% Maya. If you've actually read the story for her career,
It is so great. That is too funny. But just that descriptor. No, that is the best way to do things when you're an autistic person. You act like a complete and utter goober.
yep.
You don't do weird stuff.
Also, I want to encourage people. Listen, I know there's a lot of dialogue in this game, and some of you who are more from the normie world aren't used to visual novels. But you guys, at least for your first career playthrough of an Uma, when you do the first one, read. You can skip and repeat playthroughs, but read the first time. You learn a lot, and you get to really bond with the horses, man. You gotta bond with them, because the training and the races are so much more satisfying if you actually know the struggles that they've gone through. And Golshi defending the Earth against an alien invasion, which is is a whole thing that actually happens in the career. I'm not just making shit up.
The alien.
But yeah, all right. So I feel like we've yapped on about horses long enough. It is time to finally transition into our next. Oh, my bad. My bad. Go ahead, Tony.
I'm going to highlight another game that I got for free from the PlayStation Network. It's the full game for $3.99 because I got it at the same time as I got the free Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, nice.
Even though it doesn't have all the DLC characters, which it is what it is, but it is Unicorn Overlord.
Oh, cool.
And this game is lit. I love it. Because given my experience with Fire Emblem, it is very similar to Fire Emblem, but it's an endless game.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've heard about Unicorn.
It is so much fun. It's basically your classic fantasy Fire Emblem story where you have your protagonist character trying to win their kingdom back after it gets taken over by a former general turned evil emperor. You know, that classic story beat.
Yeah.
And he's like this very honorable character. And then you meet these cast of quirky characters. Like, I just recruited a gladiator dude named Bruno. The character designs, motherfuckers look like they're built brick shit houses. Like, they are built different.
Like early JoJo part characters?
Yes. Okay, so Jay, remember Tarkus?
Yeah.
That's what the gladiators basically look like.
Oh shit.
They're built like that.
So I guess this is one Bruno that you can talk about.
But if you do, you got to be careful. He might break you in half.
Yeah, and he had a former, like, because he was part of a group with another character named Travis, who was a thief, and it actually has, similar to a famous mechanic from Atlus's other product, it has something akin to social links combined with Fire Emblem support link mechanic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you have Fire Emblem supports, which are little tangents between characters, which is their own individual small stories. But in this game, they're called rapports, where characters speak with each other. And I just got one before recording the podcast between Travis and our protagonist. I think if I remember correctly, the protagonist's name is Elaine.
Oh, cool.
And it's a blue-haired dude. It's hilarious because it's a classic fantasy story.
What's up
and
with what's up with Atlus and having blue-haired dudes as protect?
I mean, given its inspiration, at least in my humble opinion, it's not too far from Fire Emblem having blue-haired protagonists.
Oh, I'm just saying because P3, SMT5,
the protagonist from Metaphor.
Yep. The Metaphor protagonist, who I still think is just the isekai reincarnated version of the P3 protagonist. I'm sticking with that headcanon.
Yeah, but overall, Fire Emblem protagonists that are lords are more often than not characters with some shade of blue for hair.
Interesting.
The only other outlier is characters with red hair.
But yeah, glad you like the game.
I actually really enjoy it, and I want to continue the story because it's actually very fascinating. Because of the story where you get a priestess character named Scarlet. She becomes a pivotal part in the story where she gets kidnapped and you have to go and rescue her. Like classic stuff. But there's like this why she was being kidnapped. And I'm kind of piecing together like there's some nefarious purpose that she is needed for whatever reason.
Gotcha.
To keep dark magic hold over everybody. But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, cool. So yeah, now officially we're done yapping about other media and can transition into our final segment of the podcast before our main discussion, which is of course Trailer Talk. Trailer Talk is a segment of the podcast where Brian has put together a whole playlist of trailers that you can take your time and now pause this video and then go down in the description, find that playlist, watch those trailers for yourself, and then through the magic of editing, we shall be back with our own rapid fire thoughts on said trailer. But until then, please enjoy this word from our non-existent sponsors. And we're back. Okay, solid batch of trailers once again. Let's go ahead and start with Marvel Zombies. You know, at first I wasn't really interested because like the What If episode was good, but it was kind of just okay. I didn't know if I wanted a whole spin-off, but it actually looks pretty fucking cool.
One thing I can definitely say is that they're going with the What If art style, which is very fitting for that particular episode. We get more expanded lore of this particular version of the MCU, which is rather cool.
I find it hilarious that we're gonna see Blade for the first time in this as opposed to a Blade movie.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's not even Mahershala.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is not, unfortunately.
It's just on the life.
Yep.
And from what we heard of the man speaking, he doesn't sound British.
No, he doesn't.
Make the man British.
He's not. He's from Queens, the actor.
No, what I'm saying, the
character should be British. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Which I've always wondered. I was wondering if they were going to actually do that with the MCU. Are they going to actually remember that homie Eric Brooks was born in London? Like,
no, it sounds that they are not.
Which I find absolutely hilarious because you know how many fucking British actors we have in the MCU.
Oh yeah.
Like
2 out of 3 Spider-Men.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 Spider-Men. Although to give Garfield credit, his father is from New York, so.
And he did live in New York for a very long time.
Yeah, so
Which, by the way, if you ever look into that story about him and all of his friends that lived in New York, I'm so surprised that is not a movie in its own.
I mean, the closest we got to it was the Jonathan Larson movie. I forget what the movie was called, and I really liked it. I've showed it to everybody. The fuck was that movie called? 3090? Or no, 3090 was just one of the songs. Fucking, I'm not gonna remember it now. But it was on Netflix. It's
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What? I'm gonna Google it. Go ahead, keep talking.
But for those that don't know, he was part of a friend group of wannabe actors that were British actors living in New York for the first time. But all of them have gone on to be super uber famous. One of them was Jamie Dornan, who was the lead guy from 50 Shades.
Tick
Another
tick
one was
boom.
Eddie
That's
Red-
what it was. Tick tick boom. Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, internet. That was gonna.
Another
annoy
one
me.
was Eddie Redmayne, who
Oh shit.
the lead from Fantastic Beasts. It was like a group of 5 or 6 of them, and they're all famous now in their own different ways.
Yep.
And it could be like a movie in its own, the story of them.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
But yeah, what if
Anyway.
what if Marvel Zombies looks really cool? I dig it.
it does.
And I like the just the oddball groups that are formed together.
Also, we're gonna finally get to see full-on evil zombie Scarlet Witch.
Also zombie Thanos and zombie Namor, who looks like
And-
fucking Dagon.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
I am also. And from concept art, we're going to be begrudgingly might be getting Zombie Icarus from the Eternals,
Oh yeah, because this was being made while they were still trying to push the Eternal.
and I hope to God that thing doesn't come true. Because except that it was a flop, Marvel, never make it happen again. It
Stop.
should
I
have
feel
worked.
bad. I
though.
do feel bad for the actors, though.
Insert Mean Girls
Yes.
meme here. Stop trying to make Eternals happen, Marvel. It's not gonna happen.
Because apparently, Kamal Nanjiani, who's been completely vocal about the whole experience, he was like, "We initially signed like a multiple film and TV show deal. Like we were prepared for this to be like the next big thing from what Marvel was telling us."
Sorry, Camille. You got in great shape. Hopefully you got to use it somewhere else.
Well, there was a rumor going around. I think Gunn has disputed it that he was going to be playing Booster.
This is one of those times I think Booster needs to be a white guy. Like I'm all for expanding when you can. Booster kind of needs to be your dumb blonde.
Which
Yeah.
is why I'm in full support of the other fan cat,
Oh, what's the other big one?
Glenn Powell.
Oh, Glenn Powell could totally. He has a very punchable face. 100%.
Also, the other one is Shane Top, which that's the blonde guy on Smosh.
Where's the motherfucker who played Hangman in Top Gun?
That is Glenn
No,
Powell.
no, wait, no, Glenn Powell was Hangman. No, I wasn't thinking of. No, I wasn't thinking of Hangman. I was thinking of Rooster. Fucking Iceman's son. Iceman's son could also play a good Booster. Or
Oh,
Goose's son, not Iceman. Goose.
Miles Teller?
Miles Teller. Yeah, I was like, he was Mr. Fantastic also. Yes, Miles Teller. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name.
But anyway, it seems like this What If is going to be focusing mostly on like the cool characters from the current Marvel universe.
Yep.
I mean,
Like,
this is
The
a,
Thunderbolts and Jimmy Woo and Shang-Chi.
which oof, because everyone else has been zombified.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it also does seem like they are, because we were worried about this with the whole situation with Chadwick, if they were going to do this, but it does seem like they are continuing the plot from the episode.
Which I mean, it makes sense because they're using sound alikes to begin with anyway. So like they weren't like Chadwick wasn't voicing him to begin with. So
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
The only person in that episode that wasn't voiced by their actor.
Was Tom?
Yep.
Ah,
But it's the same guy.
interesting.
Also,
Wasn't the Tom sound alike? Isn't the Tom sound like also the voice in Friendly Neighborhood now?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Also, I found out something interesting looking at the Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, Blade's character has a different code name in this universe
Oh,
because he's also Moon Knight.
okay.
He is going to be Blade Knight.
That just makes me think of the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Also, by the way, I was just looking at it. So apparently, that actor who voices Pete, Hudson Thames,
Uh huh.
is going to be joining Invincible.
Oh, as who?
Tech Jacket.
Oh shit! I mean, we did see Tech Jacket briefly in the previous season.
Yeah.
Nice.
But anyway, moving on
Yeah.
to the next.
So, what was next?
House of Guinness.
Yeah, that looks lit. It's like not too much to say. We really enjoyed Thousand Blows, which was made by the Peaky Blinders guy. I also just really like Peaky Blinders. Has the same vibe, and it looks really interesting. It's beer Succession. Mm-hmm. It's literally just beer Succession, and I'm kind of here for it.
And it's got like a bunch of like smaller known British actors.
And and the interesting thing is like, I mean, I don't know too much about Irish history, but Tony was saying that, like, this is loosely based off of real historical events. So I'm really interested to see how that goes.
It's because there was an actual like familial dynasty with the surname of Guinness.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
Guinness beer is a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an actual family connected to that business that was based in Ireland.
Yep.
Yeah, and this
So
is about that family drama.
Yep.
Yep.
Which is why
Yeah,
I directly compared it to Succession, because Succession is obviously loosely based off of the Murdoch family and like the whole Succession war from when Rupert Murdoch stepped down.
Oh yeah, and also correct myself, I said British, I meant Irish. But one of them is we like him a lot. We sing his praises for Sandman, Jack Gleason.
Yeah, I'm surprised Charlie Cox isn't in this. Charlie Cox seems to be everywhere nowadays. I know he's not particular. I don't think he is Irish, but he's played Irishman several times, including Matt Murdock.
Oh yeah. But anyway, we're excited about it.
Oh yeah.
We like the creator. We like the work. You've seen us talk numerous times about historical fiction stuff. We like that shit.
This dude's fucking world building is on the same level as fucking Taylor Sheridan, who fucking broke me and Tony with fucking 1884. So much so that we refuse to watch anything else. Like, not in fear that it was bad, just in fear that we're gonna get emotionally damaged again.
I haven't seen anything by that man ever since.
But 1884 was fantastic.
Oh, absolutely beautiful show. Beautiful show.
But jumping from Ireland to Korea,
Yeah.
Confidence Queen.
Confidence Queen looks cool as hell. It seems like an Ocean's 11 style TV show, or I guess kind of like Leverage, maybe. I didn't watch Leverage, but like from what I understand of the premise of Leverage.
It kind of is, because the way that Leverage worked was more like A-Team, where it's like if you can find them, you can hire them.
Well, but this is definitely like a kind of Ocean's 11, but like a Robin Hood Ocean's 11 kind of thing from just what we saw of the trailer.
Yep, the like official overview is the story of Yi Rang, a smart woman who becomes the ultimate con artist. She teams up with James and Guyo, working as a trio of swindlers to expose scammers and take their ill-gotten gain. So they're scammers of scammers.
They scam the scammers. I'm here for that.
I respect that. I respect that hustle.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it looks
indeed.
cool.
And actually, if you didn't catch the date, the first episode airs the day that we're recording this.
Oh, nice. Is it a week? It's a weekly, I guess.
I believe so, because that's how a lot of
Yeah. Prime usually does weeklies, so I figured.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Might have to check it out.
Oh yeah, indeed, it looks intriguing. But another weekly, that does look intriguing, is DMV.
Yeah, I mean the cast alone, like I'm already interested. You got Kristen Bell and Tim Meadows, bruh. What?
Kristen Bell?
I thought that was Kristen Bell. The blonde lady?
No.
That wasn't Kristen Bell? It looked like Kristen Bell to me.
Um,
The one that had the tampon stuck to her butt?
yeah, that was not Kristen Bell.
Huh.
Her name's Harriet Dyer.
Never heard of her. She looks a lot like Kristen Bell. Excuse me, I confused my funny blonde white women. My bad. But she was funny from what I saw in the trailer.
Yes, she was, and she's big into TV, just not TV shows that we've seen.
Oh.
Like Colin from Accounting, American Auto.
Yep. None of those are ringing any bells.
The Other Guy, No Activity, Love Child, the fuck? Anyway, still a really good cast. It's good to see Tim Meadows.
Yeah.
We were just recently talking about him.
And I mean, he's killing it in Peacemaker right now. So like,
yeah.
I'm just happy. I'm happy to see more of him. And the DMV just seems like a really funny place to set a workplace comedy because like everybody hates the fucking DMV.
Oh yeah.
It gives me a lot of like Superstore vibes, which I know this is a CBS and not an NBC comedy, but like I definitely got like a same kind of vibe from it.
Oh yeah, and indeed, like it's a workplace comedy about about one of the places that you'd least expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the circles of hell.
That's definitely the circle of hell for like Sloth. I would feel like. I feel like Sloth would be where you get sent into the DMV, waiting in line, getting your ticket punched. Although to be fair, the DMV was very nice to me, and it was actually pretty quick.
Also, you can't really blame the people who work there because they're just doing their job.
I mean, it's procedure, and I have nothing but respect for procedure. But when the lines are long, and like, oh my god,
Yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
like, look, this is the DMV is DMV, much like Disney World and other theme parks, is one of the places I am perfectly fine with cashing in my handicap card.
But I was just looking at the creator, like the showrunner,
Uh-huh.
see if you know anything that she's worked on.
Okay.
She got her start being a supervising producer for a little show called Friends,
Oh, nice.
and then later on she was a consulting producer for Fresh Off the Boat.
Fob was fun.
Yeah. Then 9JKL.
I've heard of that one. Didn't watch it.
It was CBS comedy, but yeah, so it looks interesting. We'll
Yeah.
give it a try. Probably not going to cover it for the show though.
Yeah, like we've said several times, comedies are hard to cover on this show because like there's never really a plot, and regurgitating jokes is just not as fun or funny.
Yeah, that's why we were really on the fence about the paper, even though it looks good.
Yeah.
But to quote Monty Python, now for something completely different, the highly controversial Wuthering Heights.
First off, like, I hate this book, so like I'm already biased against it. I think everybody in that book like is a bunch of idiots. I'll lead with love. I think Margot Robbie is the perfect casting for the female lead. I forget that bitch's name. It's been so long since I was forced to read that book. Catherine, thank you. It's Heathcliff and Catherine. I remember Heathcliff because Heathcliff did some crazy shit. But yeah, fucking man. Most people's frame of reference is that they know Wuthering Heights because it was referenced in Twilight. Because if you're not a literature nerd, Wuthering Heights was like one of the first major instances of the Team Edward, Team Jacob-esque phenomenon in literature.
Yep. And also another positive for this. Apparently, all new original music from Charlie XCX.
Yeah, no, I fuck with Charlie XCX. The Brat album is fire. So like,
Yep.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that. So we'll go ahead and address the controversy. I'm personally still upset with this. I know what a lot of people are gonna say. Well, why do you have a problem with it now? You know, Heathcliff has always been played by a white man. Blah 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 blah. Well, yeah, but those movies were all made back in the day where everybody was casting white people for roles that should be people of color. I mean,
Sometimes even
for
characters of color.
over 50 years, Egyptians were played by white people. So like, don't miss me with that bullshit.
I mean, even famed actor Marlon Brando
Yeah.
had that one role.
Yeah, miss me with that bullshit. Heathcliff, if you've read the text, is very much a victim of racism all throughout, and is called some very nasty things, and is very much described as, at the very least, a person of color. Like, if you want to get as close to white as you can, the exception I would make is if you got a Romani actor, because they call him a gypsy quite a bunch. So like, getting a Romani actor would be as close to white as I could see, and I'd be like, okay, I feel like that's accurate. Like, that would actually be really cool. There are plenty of cool Romani actors out there. I was honestly, no offense to Elizabeth Olsen, I was kind of hoping Wanda would maybe get that treatment at some point. But, you know.
You weren't the only one. But yeah, instead we get Jacob Elordi, which
He's a great,
does make
he's a great actor, and he plays these kinds of characters to a T. And like, it makes sense on paper if Heathcliff was a white guy.
Also, it makes sense when you consider the director.
Isn't that the Saltburn lady? Yeah, that's what I thought.
She also did Promising Young Woman, which I think about. And also, weirdly enough, the second season of Killing Eve.
Oh, Killing Eve was really good.
But only the second.
Interesting. But yeah, like, I might watch it. I'm not gonna rush to it, but I might watch it. Like I said, I hate the book, so like, I'm not gonna like the movie, even if the movie's good, because if it's good, that means it's gonna adapt this shitty book well. I mean, like, the book is good in terms of just like reading the mess, but it's very frustrating because everybody in the book is an idiot or a racist idiot. So like,
flavors of dumb.
yeah, pretty much.
But you had mentioned how it's referenced in Twilight. Well, that's funny because
Oh yeah.
our last scripted is Die For You, starring
J-Law and Arpats.
yeah.
Which we don't know what the fuck it's about. It's just there's a bunch of just random artsy crazy shit.
Yep.
But I
Die My Love.
But I got like different like levels of like Yandere vibes from both Arpats and J-Law, so
Yeah,
kind
like,
of curious.
craziness.
In a remote rural area, a mother struggles to maintain her sanity as she battles with psychosis.
All right.
Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one.
Oh,
Huh.
I was gonna say that still fits the trailer. But what were you reading? Ryan?
No, a different thing with the same name.
Ah.
But this one is Grace and Jackson, a young couple, move from New York to Jackson's rural childhood home in Montana, are in search of a quieter life. As they adjust to their new surroundings and become parents, Grace begins to struggle with feelings of isolation and psychological distress.
So that still kind of fits with the last description you read.
Her deteriorating mental health gradually drives their marriage into unsettling and unpredictable territory.
All right.
But yeah, so it is the same one. Okay, just this one was more like descriptive.
In detail, yeah. Gave actual character names and shit. Okay.
And apparently, not in the trailer, but in the film, are even more big names. Lakeith Stanfield,
And he's been popping up a lot lately.
Sissy Spacek.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yep,
I'm not to sound mean. I didn't know she was still alive. That's the mom from Carrie, right?
I believe so. But she's also been in a lot of stuff, especially even recently.
She was also in Castle Rock, if I remember correctly. She was in that first season
Yep.
that we watched.
Yep, she was.
No,
She was also in
basically
that.
herself in the De Palma film.
Ah.
She was also in that Nicole Kidman Prime Show Homecoming.
But yeah, anybody else? Anybody else notable?
Oh yeah, Nick Nolte.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, this looks interesting from what we saw. Apparently it premiered this year at a film festival to a standing ovation, which if you have something that premieres at Cannes and gets released in the same year,
You know it's
you
good.
know that,
Because they're trying to go for that Oscar. Because they know they got a chance.
like, I think the last like big name notable one that happened was The Whale.
That makes sense.
And it's done by the director did we don't talk about Kevin,
Or Bruno.
which for those that don't know, that was the film that put Ezra Miller on the map.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was their debut, where they were like a child like serial killer, I think. And Tilda Swinton and John C. Reilly were their parents.
Oh man, life imitating art. That's wild. Not that they actually killed anybody, but they definitely on some wild shit. Anyways.
But yeah, so the director knows how to do freaky things. They also did the film Ratcatcher.
You know what it
from,
reminds me of? It reminds me of that like off the wall artsy horror film that Jennifer Lawrence was also in called Mother. Did you guys ever hear that?
God.
Yeah.
I've never watched it, but I've heard about.
I watched it. It was actually very good. And like if you understand the metaphor, like it's actually really dope. I think it was a Del Toro film, if I'm not mistaken.
I do know that she said that it permanently like affected her health.
Oh yeah, she was eating. She was really in there in character with that one. Because basically, long story short, the whole metaphor is like it's about like it's a couple that's like an author, like the husband is an author and then the wife, and it's like a whole metaphor about like the creative process and like the author being God, and there's like all these like biblical allegories and references in it. It's really interesting, but it's like super like artsy.
Well, the director was
It was not Del Toro.
Darren Aronofsky.
Aronofsky. Yeah, that makes more sense because it has a lot of fucking dialogue.
Requiem of a Dream, Black Swan, The Whale, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
And his new one.
Funny enough, just complete side tangent, but still kind of related. If you guys did not know, Aronofsky was actually in talks before Burton. You know, one of the subjects of today's main topic, to actually write and direct a Batman film in the 80s. Yeah, you can actually read his script. It's out there. It's really weird. It's very like it's super grounded. Like Alfred.
Scarecrow the villain?
No, it's not Scarecrow. But I think it's just taking down the mob, like Falcone and shit.
Oh, damn.
And like,
Interesting.
and it's like, and like Alfred is like a garage mechanic named Big Al. He's
Interesting.
described in the script as like an older black man that runs a garage and like,
But
yeah.
that also makes sense when you consider Aronofsky's latest film.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that did Caught Stealing.
Oh,
The Austin Butler Matt Smith
Yeah. That's cool. But anyways,
Yep. Anyway, the last one is just we don't need to go into too much detail about it.
it's a John Candy
was-
documentary. Like Me
Yeah, I Like Me.
I Like
Which
Me.
That speech in planes, trains.
and automobiles.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
absolutely iconic.
is so.
Yeah, he was a generational talent, man.
Oh yeah, indeed. Like he real. I think that was one of the first like Hollywood deaths that hit me hard. Because I grew up on all of his stuff.
Oh yeah.
Home Alone, Planes, Trains, Automobiles,
I mean, even
Oh.
even like Caddyshack and shit.
and Cool Running.
Yep, that
man
movie
was
that
very
movie's hilarious.
talented.
So fucking funny, dude. Like it's crazy.
But also like had his own demons.
I mean, that's that's one of the things that you find out a lot about comedians is that like humor is their like a lot of times with the big very famous very funny comedians, humor is their big coping mechanism, and most of them are just extremely depressed. I mean, case in point, a fan favorite to the world and of course this panel, Robin Williams.
Oh yeah. The celebrity death that probably hit me the hardest.
Oh yeah.
Because I think the three, for me personally, and this just shows like me growing up, I think the three that hit me the biggest, like in all of life so far, have been Robin Williams, Chester Bedingfield, and Jason David Frank.
Yeah, no, those are up there. Those are up there. I definitely would agree with. I agree with all of them actually. Yeah, that's pretty much the same for me. Those are three big ones that hit me pretty hard.
But anyway, John Candy was like the first one. And this looks like, unlike other documentaries, it looks like it's actually being done with respect and not just trying to cash in on their name. Which is cool when you think about the fact that it's being done by Colin Hanks, who actually knew.
Yeah, grew
John
up
Candy.
around John Candy because of Tom Hanks. And also, I just want to say thank goodness for Colin, because Chet's out here wilding,
Oh yeah,
doing God knows what with his fake Jamaican accent.
and million different businesses. I think the latest thing that he's done though is that he's in that Kate Hudson Netflix show. The one where she's like inherits a basketball company.
Yeah.
I think he plays one of the players.
It's not
but
it's not
anyway-
the Lakers one. No, that's a whole separate one. No, that's HBO, not Netflix. Never mind. I was thinking of something else.
But anyway, back to this one. In case you guys didn't know or couldn't pick up through context clues, the two non-famous people that were in that trailer, those were his actual children.
But yeah,
They've
overall,
been very vocal about him and his So this will be interesting to see.
For
Definitely
sure.
got me choked up watching the trailer.
oh yeah, overall, like I said, solid batch of trailers, and
Yeah.
now we can actually jump in to the main discussion, which is of course Wednesday season 2. Now I want to start off by passing the mic to Tony, because Tony has binged both seasons, so I want to hear what Tony thought about the first season, as well as his spoiler-free thoughts on season 2. So, spoilers ahead for season 1. If you have not seen season 1, you should totally see it. It's great. But, Tony, thoughts?
Well, I do like everything in the first season. I just kind of could tell certain mysteries here and there when they were about to happen. Same thing with the second season. I kind of clocked things right away because I got like terrible vibes from characters. And one thing I find just very annoying is the teenage characters, but the teen angst I could personally live without. I just don't want to deal with drama llama nonsense.
I mean, now granted, like you don't watch this shit nearly as much. You don't consume this shit at a great enough volume as me and Brian do. But it kind of just comes with the territory with these types of shows, and it's to be expected. You can't not have one of these shows without it. Now, granted, Jenna, and this talks about how dedicated Jenna is as an actress, has gone on record, and she fought with the writers and got into a lot of controversy when she has straight up told the writers at certain points, my character wouldn't do this. She would not, be fawning over a boy. So she actually fought to have some of that change. So a lot of it is actually a lot more toned down than it could have been.
Which
Yeah.
I have respect for Miss Ortega. Definitely the shining point in the show. But everything that is not concerning the major mystery or what Wednesday is doing, I find tedious and annoying.
Fair.
A lot of what Enid was doing, for all intents and purposes,
God.
annoyed me. She's a great character, but a lot of the plot lines surrounding her annoyed me. Also, the Edward Jacob romance between Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we can agree there. We can agree there. We hated that in the first season as well. If you go back to our
That one
episode,
we agree with.
Annoying. Monster
Even Jenna
Lord
agreed with that one.
is cool. I like the Monster Lord, but everything else cringe, bad. The overall mystery, awesome, love that. It had me guessing along with Wednesday as she's trying to solve the mystery, and like the payoff for the overall mystery is like a bigot raising another bigot from the dead. Okay, let's go with that. And then to
so what would you give season 1 overall before you move into your season 2 spoiler-free thoughts?
add a 7.5 to a 7.
Interesting. I think we gave it around like an 8, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I
It's been
think so.
a long time, but that 8 feels right. I'd probably give season 1 an 8.
It's because a lot of like drama llama nonsense teenage shit kind of bugged me, especially when it concerned like the shallow vapidness that Enid was going off on because she felt ostracized, which I understood. At like this late blooming werewolf, I got her struggle, especially with her familial dynamic with her mom. I got that. I understood it. Doesn't mean that I want to see it, you know?
I just find it really funny because like this kind of thing, like, you know, that was actually what made me and Brian like really gravitate towards the character. Like if you go back and listen to our episodes, like we loved her from jump.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, for me, okay, so the way my brain works is if this is going to latch me in, it should latch me in with something. And it was the mysteries of both seasons that latched me onto it.
oh yeah, I'm not saying you have to agree. I'm not saying you have to agree. Me and Brian were like, you know, this is more of our realm to begin with, because you know we like regularly covered like CW fucking teen drama shows, so like
And just my perspective, I like the mystery and horror aspect of this show rather than its teen drama nonsense.
fair. No, I can understand that.
And I prefer the mystery and family dynamic over teen drama llama.
And actually, Tony, like there's a show that I think you would really like. We'd never cover it because one, it's already done, and two, like it's defunct. But I think you would have really liked the Nancy Drew show that was on the CW, because you want to talk about like good horror elements. We've only seen the first season and part of season 2 because like it got jumbled
Yeah.
due to the mess that was COVID. But it did that show did a really good job of fucking horror and mystery.
Also, if you want like teen drama, but with like a natural subversion to the like normal extra drama, I believe it was called I Hate Everything.
Yep.
It was one season wonder. It's where Sydney Sweeney got her start.
Yep. Was it I Hate Everything, or was that was the one where like it was the 80s? It was like the AV Club. Everything Sucks. Everything Sucks is what it was called.
Everything sucks.
I Hate
That's what it
Everything is a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it's not I Hate Everything. I was like, I Hate Everything is a YouTube channel. It was something else. But actually, Sydney Sweeney got her start. Funny enough, talking about teen drama, Pretty Little Liars.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She
was in the
Yeah, she was in.
finale
She was in the finale, and she was part of what was teased as the new group. And then her next role, like completely left field, Handmaid's Tale.
Yep.
But yeah. So season 2 thoughts, Tony. While we're still on, yeah. Spoiler free, of course.
Let's see. I'll try to be as quick as I can because honestly, I've been up for a good chunk of the day and I only slept for like only a few hours, and I want to take a small nap.
All good. Yeah. You can make it quick and then give your rating if you need to nap. And me and Brian can take it from the rest.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that the mysteries, like for this season, still connected to the Addams family, and I like that it was the entire Addams family that was needed for this entire finale mystery. I like the overarching villain. It's like kind of like what they did in the first season, where it was like this almost non-sequential, like this superfluous thing that may have been nothing at first, but became something at the very end. I really like that they did that to a degree where they made that kind of character into the main villain. I also like the dynamics between all the women in this second season. Like the mother-daughter dynamics are so fascinating.
I do wish Gaga had a bigger role. They did all this advertising of Gaga, and Gaga was just barely in it.
One episode.
Now, like, the scene scored to Gaga's music was fucking killer. We'll talk about that.
Oh yeah.
And the thing was, Gaga had like one scene and then contributed a song.
Yeah.
But, and also, I know it's inherently connected to his character, but Pugsley, you fucking moron.
Yeah.
He's too dumb for his own good. He's not even like a fun Airhead level dumb. He's just kind of stupid.
Yeah, it was like ranked up to 17 with how dumb he was. And personally, like kind of innocently stupid characters. I created an innocently stupid character.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, not to just like hijack your segment, but while we're on Pugsley, I gotta say one of my negatives for the season. I'm disappointed in B-Boy. B-Boy let me down. You were a terrible friend. It wasn't until like the end portion where you actually became his friend. I thought you of all people, Eugene, would understand with the character arc you went through in the first season. I thought you and him would actually like connect. Why did it take you so long?
I guess when you had that growth spurt, it like knocked all that sense out of you.
Right?
And also that near-death experience.
See, that part I can understand, and that's what I'm chalking it up to. But I still think he was too much of a dick in the beginning to Pugsley. I agree. He was right. This whole problem would have been avoided if he would have just been a good friend in the beginning. We wouldn't have had to deal with the extra shenanigans Pugsley got himself into if Eugene would have just been like, yeah, we're homies. Because all he wanted was a friend, man.
And all because of like also more.
He treated it more like an assignment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this as a favor to Wednesday because Wednesday saved my life, not because I actually like you. Like, what a dick.
That's some bullshit.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that right after the first season we reused that season's villains again.
Yeah, they should have gave it some breathing room. I do agree. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. The monster lore is probably one of the coolest parts of the show in the world. So like, I'm down with more monster lore. But like, you could have. I'm cool with like letting the villain escape, but you could have just like left that as a hanging mystery and came back to it later.
Yeah.
And also,
Like,
did we all need another dead family member that's not associated with the with a villain?
Yeah.
Can we not just and make things like more complicated and annoying?
Yeah.
also, we got an answer to a question that I didn't think needed answering.
Oh,
Absolutely.
If you know what I mean.
I'm still a little lost.
Things origins.
Oh yeah. But that was actually really cool. I was like, oh shit, that was clever. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope, actually.
I mean, it's interesting when you think about it, but then
Especially because if you really look at it, and I'm sure it was a lot more clear to you because you binged it all in one. The like hints for it were given in the first season because like, you know, Gomez and Morticia talk about their time at Nevermore and then like mention like a murder that they cover up. That they covered up.
Yeah, several.
Yeah.
Like 2.
Yeah. But I totally get you, because if I was running things, which I know this like a thing, but if I was running things, what I'd probably do is like have season 1 end with them being captured and everything, and then for season 2 you build up Sadie Newton, which by the way, that was a big shocker,
Right?
And kind of a bit of a wasted character.
Yeah. I also like I haven't seen her since Westworld. Do you remember when we watched Westworld?
Yeah, she was one of the best parts. But I'd have her like just as like a reoccurring background character for season 2, and then in season 3 have it ramp up and like
get to where it did
How?
in season in like the early half of season 1. Yeah.
And also just the stuff with the asylum I like the overall mystery behind it, but the payoff for it was kind of flat.
It was lackluster because
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, no duh, this is happening. Like that's what always happened in these kind of things.
It's the most cliche thing, and also none of the Burton aesthetic or Burtonisms doesn't save it.
Honestly,
I will-
this season was particularly like toned down on the Burtonness. I will say.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is with what Burtonisms it had,
Oh, yeah.
it saved like the overall like feeling of the scene, you know?
Yeah, for the asylum stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
And I gotta tell you, one of the reveals, like, I will just say, because this is non-spoilers, the reveal of the bird person.
That was lame. That was lame because they build
thought
they build up the murder of crows for like so much in the beginning, and it's just kind of like a nothing burger.
I don't know about
It was nothing but
I can tell you who I thought it was.
Okay. I thought it was the character. Well, without spoiling, I thought it was the character that was the big mystery at the end that's connected to the family, the family member.
Oh no,
That's who I thought it was.
that's not who I thought it was.
That's who I thought it was.
Because they did this whole thing of like setting up that powers come from like familial. So my thought was, what if this was one of Eugene's parents?
Oh yeah, because animal control. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Because they also established this season that Eugene can control more than just bees.
Yeah, just he's now expanded to just being Shino from Naruto. He can control multiple various types of insects.
So I was just like, so what if it was one of his parents? Because they clearly establish that powers are genetic. But no.
See, the reason I thought it was that character, like the mysterious like Addams family member, is because like they refer to psychics as ravens, so I was taking it like literal.
Oh yeah, I could see that. I could so see that. But and that one character, I was kind of disappointed that they never actually revealed. Although I have a theory for the actor.
Yeah. But yeah. So Tony, before you go off and nap and we kick it old school, final thoughts and ratings for you, so you can go ahead and take some get some rest.
I would give this season an 8 personally.
Okay.
And when I say that I called things, I called them. Especially with the new principal character. Called it first when I saw
Oh yeah,
that someday.
I said the exact same thing to you when we were texting back and forth. I was like, "Yep, nope, they're not like he's not the main villain, but I don't trust this asshole."
I mean, also no offense, but
I told you, dude.
kind of came with the actor.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi is Steve Buscemi. Me and Tony were joking about this because we were also like, I don't remember his name, but like this guy always plays a shady motherfucker, and like and also like one of the things I will always remember Steve Buscemi for, because I remember seeing this movie as a kid and like watching it back as an adult and it blowing my mind with just that monologue, and that monologue has been memed to death. From Spy Kids 2, Island of Lost Dreams. Do you ever think God looks down at his creations and looks down and looks disappointed at, oh, what have I created?
And then they take that like deep character and then do like a call in all the family.
Yeah.
And then the third one.
Yeah.
And it includes him.
Yeah, right? It's so random. But yeah, Steve Buscemi, you just can't trust Steve Buscemi in anything he's in. No offense to Steve Buscemi. He just gave me like sleazy used car salesman vibes the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the principal seat in this school is like the Defense Against the Dark Arts chair for Wednesday, to use a Harry Potter reference. Like you know how the Defense Against the Dark Arts position in Harry Potter is cursed, and they gotta get a new one every book.
I kind of hope that next season though it sticks.
Same. Although I don't think next season's gonna take place at school though. I think next season's gonna take place over the summer. So like we don't need a principal.
I would so see that.
Yeah.
But if they do, I know the perfect person that I would want to play. I know he's a little bit busy because he's got another show, but he's a Burton actor, and I think he'd be perfect as like the creepy, weird, but also not evil professor. Danny DeVito.
You know who I would like to see, even though it's not gonna happen. I don't know if they're on good terms, but like if they are, I would love to see his ex-wife,
one?
Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh, she's the actress that I thought was the.
Oh
mystery
yeah.
character.
She definitely has a He definitely has a Bellatrix vibe with the silhouette that we saw. So I could see that as a thing. I was thinking maybe Winona Ryder could do it.
Oh, yeah.
Winona Ryder, because Winona Ryder, for some reason, just does her best acting disheveled as fuck.
And I mean, already Netflix.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was thinking Winona Ryder, because I'm like, that Stranger Things check is already, like, you know, it's running out.
Yeah.
She needs another franchise, you know what I'm saying? Like, Beetlejuice 2 didn't work out.
I feel that, and I could see that.
But yeah, okay. Well, Tony, we usually don't like to boot you out, but we also don't want you just falling asleep on us and forcing you to edit out your own snoring in the audio. So have a good rest of your night. We will kick it old school with the rest of this discussion.
All right.
Yeah.
See you later, man.
All right, just the two of us. We can
Yeah.
make it if we try. Just the two of us, you and I.
We don't want a repeat of the Power Ranger game.
Yeah. Or there was an episode, the Futurama episode, that was one where he literally fell asleep on. And we
yeah.
had to record the next day. You guys, audience, weren't there for that, but we were there for that.
And he and unlike this time, he didn't tell us that he was on low sleep.
Yeah, so like we at least got to prepare so we could actually have like a full discussion and not have Tony snoring in the background. Yeah. So I guess we just kind of we're gonna go ahead and jump into spoilers from here, because like I feel like we by jumping on Tony's spoiler free, we pretty much said most of our spoiler free thoughts.
I will say one other thing.
Okay.
That's non-spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
Is we kind of briefly mentioned it, but I get why narratively it was the way that it was. But I didn't really like the fact that Enid and Eugene both kind of took a back row seat this season.
I have beef. I have beef that Enid took a back row seat to a new character that I did eventually end up liking. But God, was that character annoying for like 3/4 of the show.
And I get why narratively, but still.
Like, yeah, it makes sense within the plot, and she serves her purpose, and like, again, eventually becomes a good character. Very much how Tony described how he felt about Enid in the first season. I feel this character, and we'll talk about it in the spoiler section. So we are going to go ahead and jump into it. You know, abandon all hope, all spoiler-free hope, ye who enter here. I'm gonna say it. Fuck Agnes. At least fuck beginning Agnes.
Yeah.
Because my God, she was the worst for the longest time, and she was just there to create artificial tension. Because like, if Wednesday and Enid just had a simple conversation between the two of them without her bootleg, redhead, creepy Wendy's looking ass.
Which also, that also like comes into question though. Is Agnes seemed like a freshman.
Yeah.
So who the fuck was that at season 1? Was that her or prematurely?
Yeah, because the stalker was around in the first season. So it was Agnes
In the finale.
Yeah.
Of the first season.
Yeah,
It was
so-
like the cliffhanger.
So here's my thing. I might be wrong, and feel free to correct me in the comments. But I think Agnes was because I think Agnes was there because I think she was just one of those background extra characters that was watching everything unfold. Because that's how she talked, right?
Oh yeah.
And so
She
that's
said
what I'm assuming. I could be
Okay.
wrong, and she could be an actual freshman, and maybe the stalker was the bird lady.
Also, I do gotta point out with Agnes, the weird like whiplash trauma dump at the end.
Yeah, like, dude, like,
Like it makes sense for her character, but just for it to be like
they waited.
word vomit.
They waited until the last minute. Now, granted, I really liked the scene with the support group because it also serves for Thing's character as well.
Yeah.
But like, also, like, I didn't care, and I was more there for Thing, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cute, Agnes. I'm glad you found friends, and then immediately that was ripped out from under her because the professor got eaten.
What I was talking about is we got into like all this stuff about her, but we don't know why she had it. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, in like the finale, oh yeah, that's my dad. That's my dad.
Yeah, right.
And
like,
not
why?
my mom, because my mom
Well,
has a normie husband.
and a normie family. Like, why didn't you introduce this in the beginning to make us care earlier? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because like, if we did that, it would have made it easier to sympathize with Agnes, and I wouldn't be annoyed every time she fucking jump scares onto screen.
Like, I literally face palmed when she dyed her hair.
I was like, dude.
Of course Wednesday hates you now.
Yeah.
Wednesday respects individuality.
She doesn't want a poser. You're just a copycat. That's exactly what she hates. For somebody who studies Wednesday, you don't know shit about Wednesday. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
But Agnes really came in clutch at the
no,
end.
yeah,
though.
no, she's she's great. She turned out great towards the end. Even still a little concerning because now she just switched the object of her obsession to Enid. But like it's more controlled now at the very least.
Yeah.
But like
'Cause she's not like copying Enid.
yeah, she's actually actively helping and being a friend. Like
Like I will say that I think that at that like final ball, Agnes was one of the best dressed.
oh yeah, I don't and like that whole sequence was killer. The fucking move, like the moves they put on,
Yeah.
that was so dope. But like, and that's another thing. Like I wish they would have like expanded on some of the on some of the characters like backstory, like you did with Agnes. But
Yeah.
not only with Agnes, but like they and I understand the show is not about Morticia and Gomez and stuff, but like we got drip fed stuff in season 1 about Gomez, Morticia, and Weems. And like, you know, Tyler's mom, but like, why didn't we get more of that? Like, you know, Weems was the spirit guide. I was like, oh, you know, on one hand, it's like, yay, more Gwendolyn Christie, but like, also, all right, your whole point is to connect with Morticia. Let us find out more about Morticia as a person.
And
Like,
even that, like all the stuff was not revealed until the absolute.
that's what I'm
finale.
saying. Like, if your whole point is to like mend these relationships, why are you backloading everything? That was my problem. Like, it was just how it was paced. Like, it's really good overall, but like, it's just very frustrating. Cause like, you know, the middle just feels like nothing was really happening. Like, as fun as Uncle Fester is, we could have cut a lot of that shit with him in the asylum.
Well, also, and then he just completely disappears.
Yep, he's like the tuxedo mask of the Addams Family. And now my job is done. But Uncle Fester, you didn't do anything.
My job is done. But yeah, so that was a little disheartening.
Yeah.
Also, one of our season 2 hopes never came true.
Which one?
It.
Yeah, we never got to see Cousin It. I meant to bring this up earlier. Still no Cousin It. What the fuck?
But we did finally get like an actual actor for Lurch.
Yeah, that was cool.
Which, by the way, you would not recognize him, but you have seen that actor before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ever since I don't know his name, and I'm so sorry to the man out there. You were great, but ever since the dude who passed away, who played the original Chewbacca.
Oh, he's the replacement for Peter Mayhew.
Yeah, he's the replacement for Peter Mayhew.
Oh, that's cool.
Lurch's actor.
That's so cool.
Yeah, which also apparently he was the Wookiee in the Acolyte.
Oh, nice. But yeah, man, like it's there's a lot to like, but like a lot, and
It
also
could have been better.
also the other thing that I don't like about this season, at least for the beginning half, like it's fixed towards the end, but the beginning and the middle, a lot of our favorite characters that we grew to like in season 1 kind of backslid this season. Like
Yeah.
Ajax, what the fuck, dude?
Ajax was in the first episode, then disappeared, and then came in like the last couple.
Yeah, like he was in the first episode being a sulky little bitch, like popped up every now and then hating on Enid's new relationship.
Which also, to be fair, Enid kind of kept him on the hook for a bit. So
Yeah, no, I get that. That's definitely wrong on her part as well. Like, you know, but at the same time, like when she finally like, you know,
Yeah.
talked to him about it, he like was hung up on it for way too long.
yeah, that whole I guess squirrels and something can't be friends.
Yeah, that was cringe. That was really cringe. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but,
I
but
did-
once they like started like shipping him with Bianca.
I was here for that. I was totally here for that. And also, Bianca's storyline was the strongest of the side characters.
We were going into last season. We were going into it like that's one of the most anticipated things.
Yeah, I thought her stuff, the cult was going to be the whole thing of season 2, which it kind of was, but we didn't know it at the time.
Yeah. Also, it's not really a cult.
It was more of just a scam.
Yeah. Which technically,
Cults are all scams.
yeah,
But
sometimes originated by sci-fi authors, but we won't get into.
and also sometimes originated by the lead singer of a rock band.
Oh yeah.
You know, the whole thing about the island, 30 Seconds to Mars with Jared Leto, where they all wear the robes and shit, get the tattoo.
Which he's trying to make you forget, especially starring in a blockbuster currently.
Yeah, Tron, right? Yep.
Yeah, Ares.
Yep. But yeah. So I thought it was cool. I thought her storyline was the best handled aside from Wednesday.
Yeah, and I like the final like confrontation with her and Wednesday.
Which
It's like
I appreciate, because like I'm like, Bianca, this girl has saved your life, saved the school. I don't know why you're just gonna siren song her, but I like that Wednesday proved herself. It's like, all right, I know what's going on. Don't ask any questions right now about how I was able to fool you. Just trust me. And she's like, all right, bet. My mom's in his apartment. It's like, okay, cool. Glad you're with the pick.
Yep.
Yep.
But another thing that involved Bianca that I kind of didn't like was the disbanding of the Nightshades.
Well, that was more on
It's-
that was on Dort, really. Dort did that.
I know, but I'm saying like plot wise.
Yeah.
Because they build it up so much in season 1.
Yeah, and they even have like the lore, Morticia and Ophelia were a part of it, all this other shit, Gomez too. But yeah, like,
But there were some things like they expanded upon the myth that I really like the explanation of why Gomez doesn't have the power.
yeah,
It's because it was burned out of
yeah,
him.
it was they literally fried his powers, and I guess now we can address things origin. I thought it was really fucking cool, cause like I said before, Gomez's first murder was like something alluded to in season 1. And like having that be the source of Thing's origin is really cool, because Thing questioning himself and figuring himself out. Honestly, Thing is probably the most interesting character outside of Wednesday. I think is like more of like a secondary protagonist than anything else,
Indeed.
and like his chemistry
For
just with
sure.
everybody in the cast is great. Like him and Enid is like the best. Is honestly a more entertaining friendship than Enid and Wednesday. As much as I love those two, I would watch a whole show with Thing and Enid.
Yeah, because I like her. Because she was like, oh shit, it's your birthday?
Yeah, I was
And then
like,
she went off.
yeah. And
Which
then-
also, I do like that, where she's like, you've been drinking? How does that doesn't even matter.
Yep.
And she just moved on.
Yep. It's like, you know what? I don't want to know. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to know. Which yeah, like I had so many questions about that, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna think too hard. I mean, they do measure alcohol in fingers, so.
And I mean, you can't absorb it through your blood.
So hey, I don't know.
But
We don't need to think about it too hard. But yeah.
I do like also that she gave Thing his own little house.
Yeah, and I also like all just the little extra details. Like he has his own suitcase and shit too. Like really dope.
Yep.
And like they opened a lot of interesting doors to more monster lore, like the stuff with the hides. I'm not gonna lie. Like as soon as I saw the music teacher lady, I was like, another ginger teacher.
Which, by the way, did you recognize her?
She looks very familiar, but I couldn't place.
Dude, that's Rose Tyler.
Oh shit,
Billy Piper.
that's crazy.
Yup.
Red wig can change so much.
But yeah, I wanted to be like, hey, so they're exploring Wednesday's music side more. But she just from the beginning gave this air
Yeah,
of,
super shady. It's just like, oh, god damn it, why can't we have one nice ginger lady teacher?
And then they started having her mentor Enid, and so I was like, okay, so
Okay, so she's
maybe-
so she's Enid's guide. Okay, that's cool.
maybe my mistrust was
Yeah, because last time
placed.
Christina Ricci was the mentor character for Wednesday, turned out to be the bad guy. Which I gotta say, that's such a fucking waste.
yeah. Like,
You
why
could've
did
just-
she come back?
Why'd you come back? Why'd you have her come back just to kill her off? The fuck?
Yeah.
And let's be honest, does anybody really care about Tyler? I don't care about Tyler.
And let's be honest, the CGI for the hide,
Are terrible.
like what the
Now
fuck?
I get
Like,
it. It's supposed to be weird and quirky and Burton-y, but like it looks like a video game from the 2000s.
Yeah, and it's like if you thought it was weird on its own,
They did.
now
they
let's
did.
introduce the female.
And then they did some shots during like the daytime and shit, and it was like, bruh, what?
Yeah, and the female looked even weirder.
Yeah, because they gave it more hair, I guess, to distinguish. Like, look, it's a female. It has longer hair. See?
It's thinner with more hair. Mm-hmm. Even though supposedly female hides are stronger.
Yeah, I was very confused about that.
Also,
I am interested in
Yes.
I am interested in the Hyde lore storyline though. Like, I forget Miss Capri, Professor Capri's like, you know, proposal to Tyler about like creating a community for Hyde so they wouldn't have to have a master, blah 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 blah. And that seems pretty cool, especially given her backstory. I want to know more with that. Like, but make
Also,
that something we save. I don't need it to be in season 3. You know what I mean?
Is she half Hyde, half werewolf?
I don't think hybrids are a thing. I think it's just they explained her father was a Hyde to explain why she had so much sympathy for them. It's not just because her boyfriend was a Hyde.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because I don't think hybrids
But, yeah.
exist in this world, but that could be something that we find out later. So who knows?
Yeah, but I could totally see, and even though I hate this trope, I'd totally be okay with it. If Tyler was just like the third act surprise help next season.
That's what I think he's gonna be. Cause I think from now on he's just gonna be relegated to like the kind of like how this is gonna be a weird reference. But like, you know how Vegeta was in early Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
Like, I think that's what he's gonna be. He's gonna be like the asshole that will work with the team because the other bad guy is stronger than him, but like he's not a good guy yet. And I hope
I hear you.
to God that like they learned their lesson from the first season and just do not even remotely attempt another love interest for Wednesday, because when she was even faking that shit talking to Tyler, I felt gross.
Yeah.
And also I don't like how they framed her sparing him, because I know like part of it is her showing empathy and like showing mercy, but there's also a part of me who's like, are they trying to plant something here? Because like, no.
I tell you what would be weird, but also kind of interesting. I could see long term.
Okay.
What if Tyler got with Agnes?
I could see that. That they're both looking for somewhere to belong, that they feel rejected. You know what I mean? And also, can I just say, like the whole the mommy angle that like both Christina Ricci and his own mom used for the master thing was really gross and uncomfortable. It felt kind of fetishy.
You know what it felt like to me, and this is going to be another analogy.
Okay.
But it feels like when you're watching an adult film, and the stepmom starts referring to herself as
just mommy? Yeah. No, that's I'm not gonna lie with you, Brian. That's exactly the vibe I got. So I don't think that's weird at all. That's why I felt so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I will openly admit, and this is maybe a little bit TMI
for the audience.
Anytime that happens, I immediately just close the video.
Understandable. Totally understandable.
I was like, no.
But yeah, man, like, I don't know, that shit was weird. But overall, I think, you know, for the most part, things were awesome. Like, I do wish we got more of Weems. I do wish we got more of Weems and more of like Weems' past with Morticia. Cause like they hint at this big thing with her, Tyler's mom, and Morticia being like a trio. And like, all right, so like, where's more of that?
Casually mentioned that Weems was going to be her maid of honor.
Yeah, and also like when Tyler's mom first escaped, like Morticia comes out of nowhere and they make that promise. It's like, all right, but like, so y'all were friends? Like, we had to infer it. Like, she didn't even tell us. Like, how do you know each other?
Yeah.
Cause like, I'm not gonna lie, I was super confused. At first I thought the Hyde lady was the sister, cause I was like, okay, that makes sense. So why Morticia was able to like talk to her like that. They're family. But wait, did that mean Tyler is Wednesday's cousin? Ew.
Yeah, but then she turned into the Hyde.
Yeah, and yeah, so I was like, okay, so wait, that's not the sister. All right, cool. But yeah, so that got confusing. But you know, it eventually cleared up.
Yeah, and I will say, and this kind of transitions us to speculation.
Mm-hmm.
But the text that I sent the group chat when I was watching about how I hate my experienced TV brain sometimes.
Yep.
Because the minute that they revealed that Agnes was secretly there the whole time, I was like, oh shit, she's gonna free Eden, and Eden's gonna transform, and that's what season 3 is gonna be about.
Yep.
Like, immediately clocked that.
Yep. I mean, I clocked it. I clocked this as a thing as soon as they revealed what an alpha was in this universe. And I was like, well, I know how they're gonna do the next season.
Yeah.
But I do think next season is super promising because it's a road trip season with Uncle Fester?
I just hope that it's not like how they did with season 2, because the way that they were building it at the finale, we thought for sure that season 2 was gonna be Wednesday back at home dealing with the stalker, and then also Bianca and her mom and their shit.
Yeah.
But then we cut to season 2, and it's like, oh yeah, some of that stuff already happened in the break, and we're just picking up now.
I hope that season 3 is all the search for Enid, and it's not just a one plot of the season, you know what I mean? I think it should be the search for Enid along with Ophelia's mysterious Wednesday must die premonition.
Yeah, I could almost see them doing it. It's gonna sound weird until I explain, but like One Piece style.
Okay.
Where it's like that's the beginning arc,
Yeah.
and then they go off into other stuff.
Yeah, because that was the problem I had with how season 2 was structured, is that like they jumped from plot to plot really fast instead of just focusing on 2 plots. I thought it was gonna be, you know, Stalker and like Stalker and Cult for season 2, but we got Stalker wrapped up very fast. Cult, you know, more of the back half, and then Tyler's back, and then there'll be like 4 different plots going on this season.
There's an evil asylum.
Wednesday lost her powers, you know, so many fucking plots.
The asylum leader is not the bad guy; she's just the fall guy, the face.
And I just okay. Let's complain about the asylum. We touched on it when Tony was here. That's so fucking cliche, dude.
Yeah.
Oh no, the asylum is doing secret experiments on the fucking outcast. No shit.
Also, this character that we thought was dead is just secretly in the basement. You know what that gives me flashbacks to?
Pretty Little Liars.
No.
I got Pretty Little Liars flashback.
Once Upon a Time.
Oh yeah.
With Regina and her secret prison.
Yeah, Regina's secret prison. That's true.
That would just randomly reveal characters that we thought were dead or didn't exist.
I was thinking about Allison from Pretty Little Liars.
Oh yeah, that too.
But
which by the way, I didn't go into it because I didn't watch the whole thing. But the guy Chase something.
Yeah, that's
who has been doing
predicting the killer. Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
He's currently on season 4.
Oh, nice.
And that's the one where Mona actually joins the team.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because Red Hood, as I believe they're now calling her, is fucking with even her.
Yep. But yeah, the asylum part was really weak, and like you said, such a waste of Tandy Newton.
Yeah.
And like, again, the bird lady, really underwhelming.
Also, they never explained the like old dude with the parrot that could talk.
They did. So like the old dude was the head doctor, and he was Bird Lady, and he was Bird Lady's dad.
That's right.
And Bird Lady volunteered to do experiment to be the guinea pig so that he could.
She was the Bird Lady.
Yeah.
Why did he have a parrot that would
because
talk for him?
because he was because part of his failed experiment was to give him those same powers, but it didn't work all the way.
Oh, because I thought he just experimented on his daughter.
No, he experimented on his daughter first to see if he could do it, and so then he tried on himself, and it backfired, turned him into a vegetable, which is why he could only speak through the parrot.
Oh, I hear you.
Again,
okay.
Like I got this all through context clues. They did a really bad job of explaining it, but that's how it went.
True, indeed. But yeah,
another positive. I really do like all the school lore, like finding out more about like the Futurama professor. R.I.P. I call him the Futurama professor because he's just a head in a jar.
But you know who that is? The actor.
Who is that?
That was Christopher Lloyd.
Oh shit!
The original Uncle Fester.
That's crazy. Huh,
yeah.
Nice.
But I'm sad that we never got to see both Uncle Fester.
Right? Same. Also, more positive before we can jump back into speculation. I really like the connection that they made with Morticia writing trashy romance novels in her own pseudonym. Totally Morticia. I so see that, especially with how lovey-dovey she is. Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things that I really liked that they carried over was the whole Morticia like relationship and everything with her parents.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, no offense to her and her career, but I think this is my favorite thing that
Catherine Zeta-Jones has done. Oh yeah, 100%. I'm with you 100%. This is definitely the best thing I've seen Catherine Zeta-Jones in.
And Luis Guzman was amazing as always.
He was born to play this role. Also, just random side note, this has nothing to do with anything, but do you know like what actress I used to confuse Catherine Zeta-Jones with, even though they look nothing alike and have never been in any movies together or anything? I used to confuse her a lot with Renee Zellweger because her last name also started with a Z.
Huh.
They look nothing alike, have no kind of connection, but my brain But my brain paired them together all the time. I don't know. It's just weird. But anyways, back to speculation.
So yeah, I want to see season 3 where we actually see the road trip and save Enid.
Yeah. And I think it'll definitely like lead us into really good werewolf lore. And I guarantee you, one of the things that we're going to find out is there's like a whole separate community and pack of just all alphas who have mastered the transformation. And Enid is just going to have to go through like a training arc.
Yeah.
And like, you know, through the power of friendship, be able to like get back into her human form.
And she's probably gonna have like with Wednesday, the sun's getting real low, buddy.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Also, I'm calling it right now. She's gonna have a vampire boyfriend.
Oh, you think?
They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it because
I haven't completely lost hope that Enid and Wednesday aren't in game.
I don't think Wednesday should be with anybody. Period. Like,
yeah, I totally get that.
Like, I don't think Wednesday is a romance person. Like,
No.
I think she's aromantic. Like, that's the vibe I got.
I can totally feel that, and I can totally be on board with that.
Yeah. I think that the possibility of that ship is super cute, but like, I don't know. It doesn't feel right for me. But for some reason, my gut's telling me that she's gonna have a vampire boyfriend. I know they kind of already did that sort of thing with the Ajax thing, but like, they love to play with cliches, and I think like playing up the constant beef that has been established like in fiction with vampires and werewolves beyond just Twilight. Like, it's existed for a long time. Like, Underworld did it too.
Have we seen a vampire?
We haven't. That's why I'm thinking that vampire is gonna be next.
Because that's the whole thing is, I don't think that they do the Twilight route where it's a vampire just keeps enrolling in high school.
Yeah, no,
because he looks 17.
Because I think that, and I think their vampire wouldn't even be like the traditional sexy vampire. It would be Burton. It would be a Burton Nosferatu type. You know what I mean? Because that's more of a Burton style. You know what I'm talking about?
I guess.
Because that feels more Tim Burton than like the sexy vampire that you expect from YA. You know what I mean?
But also I'm wondering, because Wednesday said that is the Enid that she gets back going to be the same, or is it going to be the Beast? So I'm wondering, is the Beast going to get into like some type of like entanglement with another Beast?
That could be interesting. But like I think what it is just kind of like, it's going to end up being, I think she's going to figure out the transformation and how to turn back about halfway through, and then the other half of it is just kind of her having to reacclimate. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Because she spent so much time as an animal, she has to readjust to being a person, which is how she's gonna like connect even better with Wednesday. Because Wednesday also needs to, one of her big character arcs is learning to be a person.
I could feel that.
Also, I really think if we're talking about ships that I think were wasted opportunities, what Pugly and Agnes seem to be like the same age since since Wednesday's his older sister, and Agnes seems to be younger than them. Why didn't they pair them up more?
I guess maybe because with how much she idolizes Wednesday, it
feels. I don't think they should date, but I think they'd be good friends.
Oh yeah,
because she also feels like somebody who, she was also isolated. If you remember what Pugsley was saying, he just wanted a friend. You know, I feel like those two could make great friends together because they both were in desperate need of a friend. Like men and women can be friends without having to fuck or be in a relationship. You know, God forbid. I think they could have been great friends.
If they just make Ajax and Bianca friends, I'm cool with that too. But I just got that vibe.
Yeah, no. They're definitely together. Like because the way that Ajax talked about, like, you know,
Bianca at the end,
with Enid, they're together. Like that's there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, they're not just friends.
I wonder if next time we see them, like after the break, if they're just gonna be together.
Probably. I think they were already together by the end. So like, yeah.
You think?
Yeah, because especially with Bianca can be very persuasive. That's a my girlfriend's pretty smart, kind of. That's the vibe I got.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
That's the vibe I
can
got.
see that.
As somebody who's
But
been in that
also-
mode before, that's the vibe I got.
Also, since we're talking about ships and all that, just quickly, the dude, what was he? Was he a werewolf?
Bruno? Yeah, Bruno was a werewolf.
Yeah, Bruno.
He was a fuckboy.
Yeah, that like weirdly came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, not really, because like they showed the text messages. I was like, he's cheating on him. She's cheating on her. As soon as I saw the text messages, I've seen an FYA. I'm like, she's fucking cheating on her.
Yeah.
And also, being part Filipino, I understand Tagalog. I knew what he was saying. I didn't need Jenna Ortega for that shit. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, I didn't. I needed her.
Well, yeah, you're not Filipino.
But yeah, so that was interesting. What?
Also, like, I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit because I looked at this kid and I was like, really? He's got the curly hair. You know, he's a pretty boy. Clearly, at least partially Filipino, and you name him Bruno. You're not slick. You're not slick. You know,
But,
as somebody who is the same mix as Bruno Mars, but nowhere near as handsome, I'm a little bit like, okay, I see what you did.
He kind of, and also thinking about it, he kind of had the same hair as animated Bruno.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, from Encanto. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so
He was just he was also a nothing character that was just there for drama, which I mean, again,
Yeah.
it's a YA show, you get those. So like I'm not hating on it, but I'm calling a spade a spade.
yeah, and he was just there so that thing to
Distract Enid.
put
Yeah.
Enid and Wednesday together.
Exactly. Or just to like distract Enid for plot reasons.
Yeah, and the like plot twist that Wednesday knew Tagalog.
Which that surprised me. I was like, I had to look up. I was like, is Jenna Ortega also part Filipino? Because I wasn't sure. Because I know she's Hispanic. I did not look it up if Jenna Ortega is Filipino or not. I'm curious. Keep talking. I'm on Google.
But that whole like body swap episode,
I thought
was
that-
cliche.
It was fun though.
I really
it was
liked
really
it.
fun getting to see Jenna Ortega actually channel her real self, her Disney energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
that was
see
fun.
Emma Myers.
She did a really good Jenna Ortega impression.
Yes,
like with
yeah,
the
she
with the deadpan. Her stare was insane.
And that like slightly not British, almost British.
Yeah, the droll. Yeah,
Tone.
yeah, the very dry like droll she had. That was great.
Yeah, and like the no, it was like Mrs. Adams.
Yep.
But yeah, Emma Myers is really good.
Oh,
I can see the fan.
Oh, she's a Mexican Rican. Interesting. Jenna Ortega is Mexican and Puerto Rican. Like
Oh, nice.
2/4 of me.
But
The other quarter is the Filipino.
yeah, but I can see the like fans that say that she should play Spider-Gwen if we ever get
I mean,
live action.
she said she's never gonna work with Marvel again because she got hoed when she was
No.
in Iron Man.
Not Jenna.
Oh, you talking about Enid? Oh yeah, I could totally see. I thought I heard Jenna. I did not hear the Emma. Okay, yeah. I could totally see her playing. I could totally see her playing Gwen. That'd be a solid. That's a solid casting. I could also see her playing some other superhero characters as well.
I tell you the one that I want her the most though. My girl,
Stephanie Brown?
Stephanie.
Yeah, I could see her as a
Yeah.
Stephanie Brown. I could totally see her as a Stephanie Brown. That'd be solid. Which, I did not mention this in screen time. I'll quickly mention this here. Tim Drake is back as Robin in the current Batman run, which I'm happy about. They updated his costume too, and it looks sick. No offense to Damian. I do like him, but
I did hear
Tim's
that
my guy.
Damian was having a bit of an identity crisis and
might
get his own Nightwing.
He's finally gonna get his own Nightwing suit. He did just recently in the Batman and Robin series quit being Robin.
But also, it seems like even though I liked him being back as Robin, it seems like
It's
he's
a by default.
Oh, shit,
Yeah, it's a by
I
default.
have nobody else.
Yeah, but I'm hoping because Matt Fraction actually likes Tim that they're gonna actually do stuff for Tim. Also, something I forgot to mention in screen time that I really want to mention real quick before we get back to speculation. In WWE news, my girl AJ is back, which her return was amazing. She got to work the ring alongside her man CM Punk, which was fucking fantastic. Love seeing that. AJ's phenomenal. Glad to see her again. Triumphant return.
Cool. Happy for you. But yeah, the last thing I'll say, because we've been going on for a while.
Yeah.
It's weird that even though there's two of us, we can go even.
To be fair,
Longer
this
than-
is only slightly This is only 20 minutes longer than our first part, so it's not that long.
Okay. Well, what I was gonna say is, in the non-spoiler, I hint at it, but I thought that Helen Bonham Carter was gonna be Ophelia.
Oh yeah, I could see it. I'm rooting for Winona Ryder, but I'd be totally down for Helena Bonham Carter.
Which that was one of the things is why do they never show her face? I guess maybe they didn't cast
It's
her
because they
yet.
haven't cast her yet. That's the only thing I could think of.
Which that's who I going into part 2. I thought that's who Gaga was playing.
Same, because like because she has the same kind of frame as like Captain Zeta-Jones. I was like, no, duh, they got Lady Gaga to play the sister, but nope, it's just
Gaga
a
is
random
just-
ghost lady who was Grandmama's teacher. Grandmama was cool though, like Grandmama.
Yeah, that I forgot her name now, but that's an iconic actress.
She gives me like Carrie Fisher vibe.
Oh yeah, indeed. Like I almost wonder if Carrie Fisher would have played her. If
Carrie
she
Fisher
was
would have
still-
totally played her if she was still alive. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been great.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. And I don't know about you, Brian, but I'm actually with Tony on this one. I give it a solid 8. Like, I've got complaints enough to bring it down a couple points, but like nothing too severe. Especially because I'm much like you, are much more accustomed to YA stuff, so the tropes don't bother me as much unless they're like egregious.
Yeah, I totally get you, but there are some things that I just can't hand wave away.
Oh yeah.
Like wasted characters
Like,
and actors.
Yeah, the whole shit with the bird, the whole asylum thing brings it down a point alone. Like,
Yeah, like also Anthony Michael Hall, great actor. Been around since Breakfast Club where he was the nerd.
Yep.
He shows up as the like
the Colts
Scout
guy, yeah,
leader?
the military guy. Yep.
and he's dead in one episode?
Yep.
What the fuck?
That was a nice reference to the cartoon, though. Having that like military camp group show up. I remember them from the '90s cartoon.
Yeah. But then they just he randomly dies and traumatizes those poor troop kids for the rest of their lives.
They will never be able to watch a zombie movie ever again.
Cause I tell you, I have not seen horror in a character's face since the poor little girl in Jurassic.
Oh yeah, the traumatized girl from Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, I hate to continue like unanimous voting, but yeah, I think this solidly fits in a normal just 8.
Yeah, like it was good, but like not phenomenal. Which I actually think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we gave the last season 8 as well. But so I think so I feel like it being on par with the first
Yeah.
season makes sense.
Yeah, because we had problems with season 1.
Yeah, season 1 was very predictable. Not that season 2 was also predictable, but it wasn't on the same level of predictable. But honestly, for us,
Yeah.
it was predictable because we've watched too much goddamn TV.
Probably. Also, we do got to keep in mind that this is Tim Burton's first foray into TV.
Yeah, true.
So,
But I mean, he's Tim Burton.
will
There's
say-
only so much grace we can extend.
also for your first time,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
No, he's killing it. Like I think
Yeah.
it's great. Like I was very afraid, going into even the first season that he was gonna do too much Burton, but he's done a good job at showing restraint. And I think that's been a problem with his later movies is that he's kind of gone off the rails and they just let him do too much Burton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like ever since that Alice movie that exploded in Hot Topic,
Which one?
the first one, but the Tim Burton one, the first one.
No, they were both Tim Burton.
No, there was another Alice movie that was very
Did
gothy.
he not do the sequel?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not
Looking
talking
Glass?
about the one that was. I'm not talking about that franchise. There was a whole separate Alice franchise that happened at the same time that was also very emo and goth.
Yeah, Tim Burton did the Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I know. There was a whole separate Alice in Wonderland franchise that was happening at the same time. It was not Tim Burton. I know of the Johnny Depp one. That's not the one I was referring to.
You weren't?
No, there was also a second one that was happening around the same time. Alice in Wonderland.
because the-
Alice in Wonderland was a big property around the 2010s for some reason.
Okay, because the thing that was throwing me off is the Johnny Depp one got a sequel.
Oh, I know. I wasn't talking about that one. I didn't say 2. I was just saying like when I said the Tim Burton one, I was saying because there were multiple that blew up in Hot Topic around the 2010s. As a high schooler in the 2010s, I often shopped at Hot Topic and I saw multiple Alice in Wonderland things, stuff that was related to the Johnny Depp Alice in Wonderland one, but there was other shit too. There was a whole other
Oh yeah,
franchise.
because there was also that video game franchise that was really popular around that time, based on Alice.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Wonderland.
Yeah, so like I think it was that or something similar. But yeah.
But I just googled it because I was curious. The Johnny Depp one, the sequel, Burton didn't do.
Ah,
It was James Bobbin, the dude that did live action Dora.
interesting.
But anyway, so yeah, 8 across the board for all 3 of us.
Yep. All right,
Which
Brian.
seems
Yeah.
to be good to
Yeah,
me.
it's a solid score. Like I said, it's good, but it's not like one of those you have to see. I think you're a fan of Wednesday. It's definitely a must see, but like
Yeah.
you know, not for everybody.
No.
But yeah, so Brian, why don't you tell the folks at home what we will be covering next on the podcast?
Well, as you probably know from our history, is sometimes we like to like do theme months, or we get into like an ongoing thing. Like we did the summer of blockbusters.
I mean, to be
Yeah,
fair,
we did.
July was just chock full.
Yeah, but so we're staying with Netflix for a while, but we're also venturing into the world of animation. Mostly from Japan, but not exclusively.
Yep.
And to start this like animated
Animation overload.
Yep.
Gotta go with it. It's not technically alliterative, but it sounds.
we are taking a little break and
Returning,
going to a
actually.
little-
We're going on a vacation,
Yeah.
as it were.
Yeah, we are returning to a vacation spot to take a little bit of a relaxer with our favorite little pocket monsters. We are covering the second part of season 1 of Pokemon Concierge.
Yeah, we loved the first season. It's fucking adorable. And if you haven't seen it and you like Pokemon, do yourself a favor and watch it. It's great.
Yep, and also you might be thinking to yourself, it's only 4 20-minute episodes. How long can we do a podcast for?
It's me and Tony.
It's and it's a hyperfixation of theirs.
Yeah, I would
So-
say it's me and Tony. We could talk. We could blab about Pokemon for three and a half hours easy. But yeah. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Our Pokemon related episodes, in terms of like the Pokemon anime and stuff, are pretty popular. So hopefully you guys will check out our Pokemon Concierge episode as well.
Which-
I feel like we're one of the
Don't
few
worry.
people that talk about it.
Yep, which don't worry, we are going to talk about Horizons when it comes out.
Yep, best believe, because I have stuff to say. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed this early peek into spooky season, and we will catch you guys next week. Peace.